Hey everyone, it's me Gavin Mentions, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be diving into our second half of the currently ongoing collaboration with Goddess Victory Nikke, Stellar Blade, something that I am incredibly excited to check out because it's going to be introducing our next SSR unit, my favorite character for Stellar Blade, Raven. She's now going to be currently recruitable as I'm recording this video, so I'm very excited to check that out, and hopefully we're going to be able to acquire her, possibly Core 7. Maybe I've been saving for this moment, possibly, just maybe. But if you guys are interested in seeing all kinds of Goddess of Victory Nikke content and anything else pertaining to Shift Up, then I would highly encourage you to please give the video a thumbs up and then also consider subscribing to the channel for more of that content. But with that being said, let's dive into it. Again, you guys are probably hearing that music now, right in the background, the music that I mentioned before in the past video that wasn't playing. So I believe it's called Everglow. It's the one of the title tracks or one of the main themes for Stellar Blade. So again, fantastic that we actually get to hear that here. But again, we got a new character introduced right now, and new story content as well for Memories Teller, I believe. So we're going to be diving into that. That's your spoiler warning right there. Limited time pickup recruitment right here for our beloved Raven, right? Rocket launcher user with the Cryo Blade Iron code, something to take note of. She is not an ice character, and she's an attacker unit, burst 3, abnormal of course. Dude, looks freaking sick. Our new costume is available, the skin suit, which is a gacha outfit, and then we also have the Midsummer Pass, which is going to be the Midsummer Alice outfit for Raven, right? Lots of new stuff here to unpack. Very exciting times, dude. New costume gacha, we gotta go check that out right immediately. Skin suit, free, full, immediately, off the hop. Obviously, it's not going to be the outfit, but I do believe in the shop, the ticket shop, they do give you a little freebie here. 6 dream catchers, just something to take note of. And if you guys are interested in getting the Scarlet outfit Racers High, you can also do the same for that. But they do give you a couple of free pulls right off the rip, which is fantastic. That way you don't have to go and completely break the bank on these gacha outfit, costume gachas. You know what I'm trying to say? I can't even speak, dude. I'm not excited. But anyways, it gets us caught up to the point in which we should be able to now get it if we go and we spend on this, right? So that should be probability info over here. You have a 0.94% chance of getting it. Believe it or not, I did end up getting one of the outfits this way, and it was crazy that I was actually able to acquire it within literally the next pull following the free pulls. I can't remember exactly which one it was, but it was like the previous costume gacha before Scarlet. Dude, holy freaking hell, man. Anyways, we will come back and we'll do some pulls, right? I'll keep things here. I'm not going to put my credit card information up here for you guys to go and yoink, but we'll be right back once I hit this purchase. All right, dudes, there it is right there. 6 dream catchers to add on to our currently existing 2 freebies, right? So that should be 8 total, which gives us 2 more gacha pulls. Let's keep our fingers crossed and hopefully we get the skin suit real quick, right? Please. Please. I'll keep you guys along with me for this one. Ah, man. Anyways, it's one of the pink slots, so I mean, that's good, right? We got 10 free pulls. That's, well, not free pulls, but we got 10 pulls. That's fantastic. And now if we look at the probability here, it increased a little bit. It's up to 1% now, which I'm sure we're just going to be able to rip off, no problem. Right? There's not going to be any issue here. We'll get it. No worries. 1% chance. Luck's on my side always. Right? Ah, darn. Okay, well, anyways, there's 2 pulls extra down the drain. Now, as you guys can tell, the gacha increased to 6 dream catchers. That means every single purchase now is going to be an additional $9.99, okay? And then it'll increase a little bit more. We got 1.2% this time, okay? So that's the odds we're looking at. Let's go buy some more. Let's do this, dude. Okay, 3rd paid pull. 3rd paid pull. Fingers crossed. Hopefully it works this time. Hopefully it works this time. Ah, dude, so close. So close. Oh, we're going in deep, man. We're going deep. Okay, 4th one. Look at the probability. We are at 2% now. 2% chance. Okay, a whole extra percent. Let's go. Come on, man. This has got to be it. This has got to be it. Ah, crap. Go back. Go back one. What are we at in terms of probability? 8. So it jumps considerably after you paid exponential amount of money. So we would literally have 2 pulls left here, right? So there's a 91% chance I'm getting 10 pulls. There's an 8% chance that I'm gonna get the skin suit. Let's see what the next pull has in store for us. Alright, is luck gonna be on my side or luck going to be against me? We literally have 1 slice. 1 slice, baby! 1. Oh! We got it early! Yeah! Okay. It still was costly, but we got it early. Holy crap, dude. We got it early. There you go, 8% chance. Told you, luck's always on. It's kind of on my side. Well, we got it. So, I mean, there you go. Now I don't even have to do the remaining one, which is going to be a 100% chance here for 10 pulls. I don't need to spend any more money than I already have. So, thank you, Shift Up. Let's go and change Eve's outfit, right? I mean, we paid for it. We want to see it. We've got to see this outfit. Was it worth it? You guys let me know down in the comments below if this the skin was worth it. I think it's worth it. So we're just gonna go with it, right? Come on, Eve. There we go. Skin suit, baby. Whoa. There we go.
You might as well rest while I have the chance.
Oof. There. That's my Eve. That is my Eve. Fantastic. Whew. We're gonna have to change her in the lobby too, right? Because we can't be leaving this regular base outfit on here after we went and again broke the bank on the skin one. So she is more than likely down at the bottom. Yep, right there. There it is. Eve. Boom. Done. Sweet, dude. This looks freaking cool too. I think this is a perfect backdrop. But anyway, but that's not what we're here for. Well, I mean, kind of is. But there's also new recruitment here, right? New recruitment for our brand new character, Raven. Again, my favorite character in Stellar Blade. To be honest with you guys, if you don't know who she is, I would highly encourage you to please play Stellar Blade. Try it out. Check and see what she has to offer. We are going to now risk it all and pay no money whatsoever, and we're going to recruit Raven, okay? So, very quickly, we're just going to go over here to the mileage shop. And I'm not messing around. I want Raven, I get Raven. I get Raven, Core 7, immediately. I'm not chancing nothing. No pulls to be had here. I told you guys I was waiting for her. I set aside enough of these gold mileage tickets, okay? Make sure that I got Raven. I'm getting Raven 11 times immediately, and I'm not risking nothing anymore, okay? There it is! Whoa, holy crap! We got Raven. Imagine that. How did that happen? That was incredibly hard to recruit her and get her completely Core 7 and maxed out. It was just, man, that was a thrilling time. Yep. Luck was on my side for Raven at least, right? So, I mean, that's good. There she is, man, in all of her glory. Raven, yeah!
Is this gross?
That was exhilarating. Was that exhilarating for you? Because it was exhilarating for me to just watch 2,200 of my gold mileage just fly out the window. But I mean, there she is. That's who I've been waiting for. I have been waiting for Raven since we had got mention of a Stellar Blade collaboration at some point. I was saying, hopefully, when I encountered her and she like beat my face into the ground like a million times in a row, I was like, yeah, I really want this character. I want her in my Nikke roster. I need to have her. She needs to be one of my main characters. So I'm going to spare literally nothing to get her completely maxed out, right? There it is. Raven, Core 7. You guys saw it here first. It's just that easy. It's just that easy when you power your way, okay? Power your way till the end. That's all you gotta do. Actually, I think I had gear being built for her as well. I just had them equipped on a different character for the time being. So I'm probably going to equip those. I'm just going to put her up to like 6s for right now for no reason other than the fact that I am limited on resources. Thank you, Eve. Really appreciate it. But yeah, anywho, she's a really useful rocket launcher unit. She's got a very cool attacking animation or burst animation as well. She's got it all. That is the character, dude. That is the queen right there, Queen Raven. Again, let me know if you guys had luck on your side or resources on your side in order to be able to recruit Raven, who again I think looks absolutely extraordinary.
This world is so similar to mine. No wonder it makes me sick.
Dude, her VA too, though, right? It's just peak character, absolute peak. And we're gonna get her outfit as well, right? As part of the pass. That's something I'm gonna have access to. But I'm done wasting time here. We're gonna go and throw her into the synchro device, and then we are going to continue on with Memories Teller story, so that way we can experience all of it here together. If you guys aren't caught up, then I would highly encourage you to go and please watch the first video that I did for the collaboration, so that way you guys can see exactly how that part, the first part of the story unfolds, and then come back for the second part, and then yeah, we will continue on from here after she is slotted into the synchro device, which conveniently I have all of my gems ready for. It's kind of crazy. Another completely max Core 7 unit. Dude, holy smokes. And yeah, anyways, so again, let me know your own thoughts about the collaboration and everything in the comments as well, because I've got some thoughts. I'm not 100% like blown away so far with the story. It's very cliche. It does, you know, give me the same like atmosphere of Stellar Blade, but it still follows that same like Gatekeeper storyline, which I don't know if we're ever going to be able to like break away from, but hopefully we can, because I do want something a little more profound, something a little more impactful, something that is fitting the universe of Nikke and fits well to the point where it doesn't have to be integrated through the Gatekeeper. So hopefully things go onward and upward from here. But I've been really enjoying a lot of like the little finding the cans and everything, which again, it really shows like the same animation and everything from Stellar Blade, and then also being able to do the mini game, which is really fun. It's difficult, but it's really fun. And then of course, like just being able to like go and do the passwords and everything to unlock like different areas of the map and everything. I think it's super cool, man. And oh, what's this? Raven's route will be available in story 2. Okay, cool. That's what we're going to be doing. Again, highly encourage you guys to go take advantage of the login rewards and all that stuff. If you haven't been already, there's still time to catch up, so please make sure you do so. But with that being said, it's time to go check out what Story 2 has to offer, right? We're skipping by everything else, done the challenges and all that stuff. That's all done. We're ready. We're waiting for Story 2, Raven's Route, right? See you, dude. Whoa! Oh, man! That was freaking sick! That splash art is like literally the same art that we got for Stellar Blade, pretty much. Well, obviously, you know, without Privaty and Rappy and, you know, all that stuff, but dude, holy frick, this looks wicked. Whoa, man, this kind of reminds me of the Hall of Memories. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. In the beginning of the game with, well, obviously with Stellar Blade, I think, is it 8.7? Still, I feel like it's 8.7. But anyways, let's throw you over here. Let's put you front and center because you are our brand new character. We got our other Burst 3 unit with Privaty. Let's throw you over here. I believe she also gets an outfit here soon too. Something just to take into account. We will put Lily over here, and then of course we will go with the Burst 1 unit. Who do we use as our Burst 1 unit, dude? You know, I'm taking Privaty out of there. I'm throwing in Scarlet because I got her outfit as well, the Racer's High. So, I need a Burst 1 that I can actually use that's going to somewhat fit the story, and I have no idea who could possibly be. I'll just throw Pepper in there just because. Or, no, you know what? Let's do Neon. Neon will be good. There. Anyways, none of this matters. I'm going to literally smite every single battle, but let's get into the story, dude. Whew. All right, I am prepared. What do we have? What do we have? Dude, they ain't wasting any time.
You guys are...
They are not wasting any time. The machines connected to the old man start to blare noisily, so I wasn't sure if he was alive or not whenever they said that they saw him staring back at us when we opened that door. But here he is. I don't know how he's staring at us with his eyes closed, but he's staring at us.
Heart rate rising rapidly.
How did he survive all this time?
Deep breaths.
He can't be completely human then, right?
Vital signs weakening. Moving to resting area.
He's struggling. The old man's wheelchair moves autonomously, carrying him back into the darkness. Wait!
I can't believe it. Did I just see what I think I saw? Was that a human survivor on the surface?
I think so.
I thought there officially weren't supposed to be any survivors up on the surface.
I'm starting to get sick and tired of all this official talk. Sounds to me more like orders rather than stating the actual facts.
What do you mean?
He means that he wants you to cut through everything and get right to the point.
Never mind. I don't mean much by it. Forget I said anything.
He doesn't want all the hearsay. He wants the actual, like he said, facts of what the hell is going on here.
Anyway, sounds like it's a pretty big deal that this old guy is up here.
Massive.
It's more than that. It's a complete upheaval of everything we've been led to believe up until now.
No way, not the central government lying to us.
Mr. Commander, we have to tell the others about this.
You're right. Let's fill them in on what's happened.
Are we not going to follow him inside?
I think we should share this information with our other team members first. To be honest, I have no idea what the protocol is here. Soon after, I explained to the others what happened on the ground floor.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Shouldn't we check out what's beyond that door?
I would probably, in my own way, I don't know, I would more than likely, like, inquire as to what his purpose is or what he's been doing here or who he is and what's going on. Like, how did he get there, right? I think some sort of, like, questioning needs to happen before I would report it to any, like, superior, if it were me, possibly.
I don't know. Shouldn't we report it first?
I think it's a bad idea.
How about we investigate as we report? No, we should report as we investigate.
Well, I mean, somebody's reporting to somebody.
How about investigating during the investigation? Or reporting as we report?
I think we all need to calm down. Commander, let's report to Deputy Chief Anderson first, and then ask Privaty for assistance.
Not a bad idea.
We're going to have to get the central government involved on this.
That's a bad idea. Okay, that sounds right. Let's report to Ingrid. No, I mean Mustang. Wait.
Good grief. I can't sit here listening to any more of this.
Privaty gets up. Privaty, how are you feeling?
I'm fine. The back of my head stings a little, but it's nothing major. So, you found a survivor on the surface? I'll file a report straight away and take all necessary actions. You should all go...
I should all go what? I did not mean to double click. Sorry, guys. I thought it was over. You should all go back to the ground floor to investigate. Okay, so we're going to investigate while she reports. Okay, thanks for the advice.
What was I doing lying down anyway? The last thing I remember is fighting a Rapture on the way to the Ark.
Com tackled you and sent you flying. You hit the back of your head really hard.
Knockout.
What?
You fainted, and the White Three saved us.
The who?
Speaking of which, where did they go?
They all... I'd like to track down that Com character.
Why is that?
Snow White,
Of course she'd be stuffing her face.
Not to speak with your mouth full. Where did you even get all that food anyway?
There's a big pile of it sitting here. It didn't seem to belong to anyone, so I went for it. Well, there's plenty to go around. So help yourself.
Also, the fact that whenever you find a can, sometimes she occasionally just comes in and, like, grabs the can out of Eve's hand. She's like, no, I'm taking that. That's mine.
I'll apologize to Believer later.
That would be best.
But pray tell, why dost thou wish to track down this robot?
The data contained in that robot is over 100 years old. Even if we personally can't find any use for it, it would be of immense value to the Ark.
Sounds like a reasonable argument to me. Let's track it.
Very well. Let the pursuit be underway.
I want to stay and help Believer, but we must hurry.
Don't worry. He can take care of himself.
Okay, so they pretty much went their own way.
That's right. He has things under control. Although, there is something that makes my soul grow restless. I feel that I've laid mine eyes on that woman before.
Dude, the reference. The call out.
Are you talking about me?
Oh!
Egats! How long have you been following us?
I have a feeling that I've met you before too.
Dude.
You do?
Go play Stellar Blade and get the Nikke DLC, okay? That's what this is telling you right here. That is exactly what it is telling you.
Yes. Although I can't pinpoint it.
So they have no recollection of their meeting. Interesting.
Dost thou utilize a blade?
Indeed I do. And you seem to as well.
No wonder. I desired to unsheath Fleetly Fading as soon as I saw you. Well then, shall we have a duel? What dost thou say to that?
Scarlet?
Very well. My excitement got the best of me. We have urgent matters to attend to, so we'll have to resume this at a later date.
Do you need to leave right now?
I believe so. Verily.
Sister, please inform Believer that time is of the essence. And so we left in a hurry.
Okay. I'll relay the message.
See you around.
Just to let you guys know, I will be getting into that DLC at some point over here on the channel as well. So if you guys are interested in seeing my playthrough of the Stellar Blade and Nikke collaboration, which is in Stellar Blade, that will be something that I will live stream at some point in the near future. So stay tuned.
Next time, you and I shall have a proper palaver.
Okay.
I love that. That was a great interaction.
Track down Com.
Wait a second. From the way you described them, it sounds like the people who saved Rome and me were pilgrims.
Perhaps.
What a rare opportunity. Oh well, I suppose there are more urgent things at play now than a few pilgrims. I'll go contact command. The rest of you go investigate the ground floor.
Will do. Thanks for the help, Privaty.
Sure thing.
Alright, off to a good start. We've got planes. Dude, I just gotta point out, it's playing Raven's music in combat. Holy crap, man. Oh, God. Dude, this is freaking sick. And again, if you watch the stream, you know how much I love the song. Because all this represents is just how much Raven is kicking the crap out of you. And you stand no chance, and you have not learned how to play Stellar Blade. It's so freaking good, man. Oh, I'm so happy that they kept this in here. Let's continue on to the next stage. I'm glad I didn't miss that this time. Well, I kind of did, but I mean, I didn't, you know what I mean? After descending a long flight of stairs underneath the door, we enter into a vast empty space. This is literally the Hall of Records, right? I know I call it Hall of Memories, but it's the Hall of Records. I remember now. The sound of our footsteps echoes throughout the surroundings, which are dark and damp. Only a few scattered lights illuminate the interior.
Where do you think the power is coming from?
Wait, why is the Hall of Records on the surface?
I'm not sure, but judging by how dimly lit this place is, I'd wager it's a pretty basic generator.
Are they confirming that these worlds, these universes are directly connected? Why is the Hall of Records here?
It doesn't seem like it's being drawn from the city.
No, I don't see anything on the walls or ceiling that seems to be supplying electricity.
Okay, good. I was getting worried that I was the only one who thought that.
Torn pieces of fabric, fragments of wood, and scattered stone lie all over the floor. In the corner, There are makeshift beds, blankets, and simple utensils which seem to indicate the area is or was inhabited. On one side of the wall rests a pile of canned food and water containers which are half empty.
Seems like whoever is down here at least had the basics needed to survive.
Which would be the old man, right?
It's awfully quiet there. Do you think that old man is living here alone?
There's more than one bed, so I'd say probably not. Or at least he wasn't originally.
That's a good, keen observation.
Rappy, you see those things standing there? What do you think they are?
Scattered around the area are massive rectangular objects which take up no small amount of space. Based on the faint warmth and sounds they're emitting, they almost seem to be coffins?
They're definitely machines of some kind. Although I'm not sure what they're used for.
Are they hibernation chambers? Like cryogenic sleep pods or something?
They remind me of tombstones.
Okay. Dude. As we continue exploring, something catches our attention. Small altar, atop which lies countless lit candles standing in puddles of melted wax. This is, again, something that we find throughout Stellar Blade. There is one area, though, that I remember that had like a bunch of like bunks and everything all around, and it seemed like a living quarters. I wonder again if this is like referencing that area. It's by far the most brightly lit area amongst the otherwise crushing darkness. Framed pictures of smiling people are placed on the altar as well. Like there were a bunch of like it almost looked like, I don't know if they were Andros or whatever, what Androidos, whatever they're called, the androids. I don't know if that's what it was, but there was a bunch of them like kind of like kneeling and praying at the altar in the area that I'm thinking of in the game. Androidos, right? Making it resemble a shrine for the deceased. Eve walks over quietly and stops in front of it. After gazing at the shrine for a long time, she reaches out.
Greetings.
You scared me! Me too.
Nice to meet you. I'm Hermin.
Hermin?
I am but a humble artist who has been watching over this place.
Hermin. Who the hell is Hermin?
I'm sorry if I startled you. It's been so long since I've seen any other beings, human or Nikke.
Okay, so he's evidently, like, aware of the Nikkes.
That I forgot how shocking my appearance might be.
It's alright. Are you okay, though? You don't seem well.
This body of mine is on its last legs.
It looks like he's wearing like a commander's outfit though, right?
I might be nearing the end of the line, but I can still speak.
Time for fluid intake.
Oh, excuse me for one moment.
Hermin takes a drink of water from a cup outfitted on the handle of his wheelchair.
A medical assistant's wheelchair. It's rather old, but the craftsmanship is impressive. It seems like an early prototype for the modern ones we use in the Ark.
I'm sorry.
Take your time.
Well, I don't exactly know where to start, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Seems like he's an open book.
Are you a human?
Yes, I'm a human.
That's huge.
All people should know that there's no such thing as male Nikkes.
True.
May I ask how old you are?
I'm not sure. If I had to guess, around 145.
So how is his lifespan so long.
Wow.
It sounds funny saying it out loud like that.
You're like uber old. For goodness sake, Neon, watch what you say.
Thank you, Anise.
It's all right. I suppose I have aged quite a bit.
Have you ever taken Evergreen?
Yes, I was lucky enough to receive it multiple times. But when I stopped taking it, my aging resumed, as you can tell by my current state.
Okay. So did he stop, or was it like something he didn't have access to anymore?
When did you first arrive in this place?
I came in here when I was in my 40s.
So about 100 years ago.
So I suppose it's been over 100 years?
And you've been here that entire time?
Pretty much. I came here not long after the Rapture invasion.
No way. How is that even possible?
This place was built to last.
Dude, I got a feeling we're going to be getting some crazy lore bombs within the story.
It's an incredibly sturdy construction, so that's why I've been able to survive here for as long as I have.
But why did you stay here the entire time? Why not leave and go somewhere else?
The entrance was blocked. I couldn't get out even if I wanted to. Thanks to you all, however, I was finally able to feel the sunlight again.
Did you come here to stay hidden from the Raptures? This place feels like a bunker.
I can't imagine being like locked away from sunlight for 100 years. That dude's got to have like some mad vitamin C deficiency.
You're right. It is a bunker.
But again, I mean, like, just think about how like depressing that's got to be.
For a bunker, the facilities are a bit meager. There's only the bare minimum needed here to survive.
That's because it was built for a special purpose.
And what is that?
What is it?
The purpose was... we came here to...
Dude!
For preservation, for our works to pass on to the future.
What works?
So this place was intended to pass down your work to future generations?
Did you discover anything beyond that door? By any chance?
There were the corpses of 3 Nikkes. Do you know anything about that?
3 bodies? Ah, I see. So, they died. What fools, believing in such foolishness. Or maybe they had no choice. No, that's also foolish.
Did you know them?
That shouldn't have happened. I could have stopped them. What's the point of all this?
Hermin suddenly wheels himself forward. He rushes towards the towering tombstone-like machines and rams into one at full speed. Or attempts to, rather. At one point, when he rapidly changes direction, the wheelchair topples over and scrapes against the floor. So he's pissed. He's not happy that these 3 Nikkes, whoever they were, gave up their lives. I'm guessing it's something to do with going against whatever his plan was. Hermin is thrust from the wheelchair and lands on the floor.
Position abnormal. Position abnormal. Request assistance from nearby personnel.
We rush over towards Hermin. He's angry. He's upset.
I'm sorry. My emotions got the best of me. I must be a disgraceful sight.
I mean, they must have had like a really close connection or bond with him over the course of 100 years, right? But he couldn't get out, so maybe he didn't see them for that 100 years. And maybe it was only within the first 40 years of his life that he knew these Nikkes, right? Don't worry about that. Are you okay?
Yes, I've calmed down. This was a city made up of artists. The residents here were free to let their creativity flow and to share their works amongst themselves and the public. As a result, this place was a popular tourist destination. It was revered as a sacred space where art lovers from all around could gather. After the Rapture invasion, most of the residents were scattered every which way. But a few who were determined to pass on their work to future generations fought against the Raptures and tried to protect the artwork here.
Right, so a lot of this we've learned through like the radio messages that play around the map as well, if you've been paying attention.
I was one of them.
So it must have been Hermin's voice that was recording like some of these messages, right?
After moving all the artwork into the bunker I made, we fought with the Raptures for a long time. I sustained serious injuries in the fighting and subsequently had to rely on these machines to live. Some Nikkes moved by our cause joined us. The United Forces of Humanity used this city for their propaganda. They hailed us as artists who had taken up arms and used our story to boost morale. In return for our cooperation, they offered us support.
A fat lot of good that did.
One day, the UFH abruptly revoked all their support.
Yep, because they probably reformed at that time, right?
It became impossible to transport all the physical art pieces to the bunker. So, we began backing them up digitally. People scanned blueprints and high-resolution images, made backups of programs and more.
Then, all these black machines must be...
Massive storage terminals containing all that data. They hold digital records of all the art ever created in this city.
So that's why they want to preserve all of this.
And you've been here watching over them this whole time?
That's right. I hoped that one day rescue would come, but it never did. And I wasn't exactly in a position to be venturing out either.
So you've been here for over a century.
What about the other humans that fought alongside you?
At first, they stayed here with me, but they all either died or left.
What happened to the 3 Nikkes outside? What's the story behind that welded door? Why did you try to ram into one of these storage terminals? Are you okay? Whoa, hey!
Dude's 145 and he's... Give him a break. He's fainted.
Physical condition severely compromised. Rest immediately.
All the stress must have been getting to him.
Let's try and move him somewhere. Lay him down.
It's okay. I just need to rest for a moment. I'm sorry, but I think we'll have to pick this conversation up later. You're free to take a look around. Just don't break anything, please.
It's interesting, I ain't gonna lie. I'm in.
The data in these terminals really is all pertaining to art. It's incredible how much is here. I'm no art expert, but I'm pretty sure this is going to make waves. I can see the headline now. Humanity's artistry once lost, found once again.
Even if it's only in digitized form, it's remarkable how much has been preserved.
Well, I wonder what kind of like effect that would have, or what impact that would have on like the world now, right?
You think it'd be okay if I installed Boom here?
Elig, really?
I'm not sure what that is, but I have a feeling that you shouldn't.
I guess you're right. Too bad.
What's the condition of these terminals?
Really good. I can't believe how well they've been maintained. The bunker's power supply is mostly being used to keep these terminals up and running, so they're honestly in great shape. There is one thing that's bothering me, though. There seem to be recordings of the bunker's interior as well, but they stopped about 40 years ago.
The data's not corrupted, is it?
No, it's fine. Data itself doesn't decay organically.
So what does that mean then?
It must be that the hardware itself has aged and begun to deteriorate.
I think so.
Do you think it can be fixed?
If you help me, absolutely.
All right then, let's give it a shot. I'll do what I can to help.
Sounds good.
I wonder if that was like done on purpose.
This plot certainly seems to be thickening.
Indeed.
Eve, it's not that I disagree with what you're doing, but we do have our own things to do.
I know. But I can't pretend as if I didn't see this and move on.
What if it ends up taking some time to resolve?
We'll reconsider our approach if and when that time comes.
All right. Fine. In the meantime, let's do what we can to help.
Eve, this is not your fight. Do you have nothing better to do?
Holy crap, Rome. What the hell, dude?
Quite the opposite.
Then are you looking for excitement?
No.
Are you expecting a reward?
Not that either.
Is it questioning why Eve insists on helping? Is it just trying to find like the reason why?
So you don't have much free time, aren't looking for excitement, and don't expect a reward. Why are you helping then?
Beats me. This isn't the first time this has happened.
I can't explain it. But I just feel like I should.
You are sentimental.
Huh. I like the cut of this robot's jib.
Adam, you have not wiped off the black mold on your face. Would you like me to clean it off?
I'd take it back.
Called it yet again.
Can I speak
Or
my
Adam.
mind? Go on, let's hear it. I'm curious to hear why you think this is more suspicious than usual.
Much appreciated.
Don't mention it.
First of all, I understand what this place is. While it is hard to believe, I can get past the fact a human has managed to survive on the surface for over 100 years. I also get how this place is packed to the gills with digital data on art. But setting all that aside, I simply don't trust this Hermin guy. What if he's some deranged criminal or something?
What's he gonna do at 145, Anise?
That door was welded shut from the outside, and the entire lake was electrified.
Is there a chance that some of the art contained within these servers has information that shouldn't be made known?
He looks pretty frail to me. I don't think he poses a threat to us.
I'm not talking about now, I mean before, when he was young.
If you're saying he intentionally welded the door shut and then electrified the water, it's not exactly the most efficient plan.
True. He's not a supervillain from a comic book after all.
Let's wait and see what Elig and Lily find in the recovered footage. Maybe Privaty will be able to offer some answers as well.
I hope so. After all, we're talking about a human survivor up on the surface after all these years.
I wonder if the footage has evidence of like Hermin possibly like killing the other people that were in here with them, and then the other like Nikke's tried to seal him in here as a punishment or as like a precaution, make sure he wasn't going to like harm anybody else, because maybe he found some information that he thought needed to be made known and the other people were like, no, you can't do that, and then they had a falling out, possibly. That's where my mind's at now. I'm probably completely off base, but that's what I'm thinking at this point.
This is bound to become a major news story back in the Ark.
But I'm just telling you guys, like, this is how much has got my mind, like, spinning here, right? The gears are turning.
Oh, we should tell Hermin our names, so he can tell all the TV presenters about us.
Oh, Neon.
What? Why do you two look so grim? No reason.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Privaty reads over the report she submitted. In it, she clearly and concisely illustrates the importance of finding a human survivor on the surface and why that individual must be protected. She's rather proud of how well written it is, especially given the lack of proper equipment in the immediate area. If Eula were to see it, she might feel otherwise, but Privaty personally can't find any faults with the writing. Privaty scrolls to another section on her phone and reads the reply to her report. The document bears the authorized digital seal of the central government, confirming it as an official document. The response is lengthy, but none of the words register. Not due to the overall length or complexity of the text, but rather due to a single sentence contained at the bottom. Privaty blinks several times and rereads the document from top to bottom. Her eyes falling once again upon the very last sentence. The number of human survivors on the surface must be zero. Must be zero? Must be zero? Are they telling her to eliminate him? Must be zero?
I can't say I'm surprised. I knew this would happen.
Dude, if the number of human survivors on the surface must be zero, on the surface, must be zero, that implies that the human survivors on the surface knew something that was related to the central government or the construction of the Ark that they do not want to get out, and it could possibly mean that they want to contain humanity within the Ark to make sure that no other human is able to go out into the world free to do whatever they please, because they want complete control of the human race, right? The last remaining survivors of the human race. That's, again, where my head is at right now. That is a very specifically worded line.
Did they give a reason? Surely the oh-so-grand central government has an equally grand reasoning for this stance.
And I wonder why they wouldn't want any humans on the surface. Is it possible, like, exposure to something that may, like, mutate them? Maybe? Natiba? Possibly? Rapture? Maybe? What the frickin' heck is going on, man?
Whatever. If you don't want to tell us, suit yourself. We can take the old man with us regardless.
Maybe they sealed him in that room because they didn't want him to be executed.
Privaty already issued the report, which complicates matters.
What do you mean?
Privaty has been given strict orders not to bring in Hermin. If we do otherwise, they're likely to charge her with insubordination.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. But one way or another, we're bringing this guy back.
I know. I figured that's what you all would do.
That's not a good idea.
How about we knock out Privaty and then bring back Hermin?
Then we'd be guilty of an unprovoked assault on a Nikke.
Oh, right. I didn't think about that.
Did the central government offer an explanation? If we know the reason behind their decision, we might be able to work around it.
1. The high possibility of rare infectious diseases. If he is infected with a disease that cannot be treated, the Ark will be in danger.
I mean, I guess. Maybe.
2. The high possibility of him being a dangerous criminal which would naturally pose a threat to the residents of the Ark.
That I can see.
3. the high possibility of him being a Rapture spy, which would likely result in the leaking of vital information about the Ark and its location.
A Rapture spy? Wouldn't he have to be like a heretic if that was the case?
Haha, that's a new one.
4, the possibility of him not in fact being human. There is a chance that he might be a Rapture or another type of beast pretending to be human.
That's a possibility, but I don't know, I don't buy it.
Oh, sure. That's totally it.
5, the possibility of it being a hitherto unreported new species which would pose a threat to the Ark.
No.
Now they're really thinking outside the box.
I realize how absurd these reasons sound. They gave plenty more, close to 100 of them.
100 excuses?
The most important of which was the one given at the very end of their response. The number of human survivors on the surface must be 0. As far as they are concerned, the risks are far too great.
What a load of bull. They just don't want to entertain the possibility. What do you mean by that? If it's revealed that there are in fact survivors on the surface, then the government would naturally have to go searching for more.
Correct, and then also any remaining humans within the Ark would be like, why the hell are we here? If there are people surviving out there, why are we here?
That would mean devoting a whole bunch of resources with no guarantee that they turn up anything. So, they decided their best option was to insist that the figure is 0 and leave it at that.
I think it's a little more deep than that, though.
I think that's an awfully big leap in logic.
Any chance you could stop trembling while you speak? Maybe then I'd be less convinced that the central government has completely brainwashed you.
What the?
If it comes to light that there are survivors on the surface,
There'd be a riot, right? An uproar.
it spells serious trouble for the central government. For all these years, they've been assuring us there's no one out there, and then it turns out it was all a lie?
Yep, they would lose their grip on everybody within the Ark.
The oh-so-esteemed central government's reputation would take a serious nosedive.
Don't be ridiculous. There's no way they'd do that.
That is 1,000,000% the most likely situation.
Privaty! Take a good look at that document again. Explain to me, how else is this supposed to make any sense? We're going to take Hermin with us. That's the least we can do.
Dude, Denise is giving me tingles right now.
Right, Commander?
But I don't think that's a wise idea. They will literally gun him down. Yes, it's what we must do. No, it's not, Commander.
Give me some time. I'll try to convince them.
He's probably not even gonna make it. Dude is 145. Been locked in that freaking place for forever. You really think he's gonna survive the trek back into the Ark? How? He hasn't even, like, breathed any of the oxygen or air on the surface in over 100 years.
Hermin doesn't look well. I'm not so sure he'd even survive the trip back to the Ark.
Exactly, because if you're taking him out of one environment that he's been sustained in and introducing him into a whole different environment that he's not used to, that could be like a systematic shock to his body, right? Like he would shut down or like something would happen.
If we borrowed the tetrapod, that would shorten the travel time, but if Stormbringer were to appear, there's no telling what would happen. In other words, we don't have time to wait while you try and persuade the central government. Especially when we don't even know if you'll succeed.
I swear Rappy's the only one that thinks straight.
The commander will make sure you aren't faulted for this.
Do you think I'm only doing this to save my own skin?
Duh, why else?
I think she's just following orders blindly.
Do you have any idea what would happen if people lost faith in the central government?
Panic. Mass panic.
Everything would fall apart. Everything!
Disarray.
In a rigid society like ours, if the people cease to trust the one absolute authority, it's all over.
So, what are we supposed to do? Kill this innocent old man and head back? Sounds to me like that's what you're proposing.
That's what the government's proposing.
Of course not. Don't be absurd.
Privaty, please. Don't give me a reason to hate you. I'm begging you.
We leave Privaty, who stands motionless with her head bowed, and start moving.
Wow. I've seen something like this in the Ark.
Dude, the Stellar Blade music?
You have?
At the rest point?
Whenever it rains, the water flows down the roof, and it looks beautiful. I've even waited for it to rain before, just so I could see it.
That makes me happy.
It's a good callback, too, right to the beginning of Stellar Blade when Eve's talking about rain.
Huh? Why's that?
I'm the one who designed this roof.
No way! Something that you built has lasted this long?
According to you, apparently so. Hence why I'm so pleased. Oh, have you seen this kind of roof by any chance? Here.
I have! I've seen it in the stadium, above the seating for the spectators.
No kidding.
Hermin, whose condition has improved significantly, is spending time with Ayla going through the stored data.
Those two are getting along like a house on fire.
Any progress with the recordings?
Yep. I'm pretty sure Com was here.
So was he an engineer?
Really?
Or was he just like doing something with carpentry?
I saw it in the footage that we recovered. At first, I wasn't sure, since all robots look awfully similar to me.
False. I look better than Com.
Anyway, the serial number I saw was the same as the one engraved on Com. Also, look at the floor. Even though it's dark, you can still make out track marks everywhere. I'd bet good money that Com was here at some point.
So why was Com discarded in that junk heap, right?
What in the world is going on?
If Com was here.
I'll see what else I can find.
And Com was against the Ark, right? Like vehemently, like against the Ark.
It would be nice if Eleg could lend a hand.
They're making good points. Lily glances at Hermin and Elig, who are happily chatting.
Then again, it's not the end of the world if it takes a little more time.
Sorry for throwing this all in your lap, right? Okay, so Com didn't want anything or any association with the Ark. Literally tried to attack us because they believe that even though we're from the Ark, it's got to be something to do with the Ark, of course, you know, being controlled by central government wanting like all humans on the surface wiped out. That's where we're seeing the conflict, right?
No, I'm having a blast. It's always fun learning new technology.
I want to know the specific reason why, though, because there's something big to uncover here. Privaty looks at Hermin, who is chatting and laughing along with Elig. She lowers her head and looks at her phone, rereading the last line of the document she received earlier. The number of human survivors on the surface must be 0. Privaty squeezes her eyes shut, then reopens them and walks forward, heading quickly towards Hermin. As she closes the distance between them, Hermin notices Privaty and turns, just in time to see her put her hands up towards her chest. What the hell is going on, dude? Privaty pulls out a notebook and hands it to Hermin.
Nice to meet you. I am Privaty. I work for the central government's Ark Defense Forces.
I thought she was going to turn on him when she put her hands to her chest. I didn't expect her to pull out a notebook.
I'm from Triangle, a squad responsible for maintaining public security.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Hermin.
Seems a little unimpressed.
I'm hereby placing you under my protection. I will ensure you safe passage to the Ark.
She really needs to work on her way with words. Holy crap, dude. Privaty!
What the? I'm concerned about your health, so we must move quickly. I realize this may seem sudden, but I kindly ask you only to pack essentials.
It's very odd for her to be going against protocol.
We will start moving as soon as you're ready.
The Ark.
After we arrive, you will be given a thorough medical examination, as well as any treatment which you require. Once your condition is stabilized, an investigation will take place. I will personally oversee the entire process, and I promise that no physical or psychological harm will come to you during said investigation.
She's talking with like a lot of conviction here.
If you wish, I will also arrange for additional supplies of evergreen and secure a residence for you.
I believe her.
Isn't she promising more than she can offer?
No, that's all definitely doable. Triangle has more pull than you think.
I had no idea. I thought she was just a government grunt who liked being a maid on the side.
Everyone here can vouch for me and what I'm telling you.
I can also vouch for her liking to be a maid because, I mean, good lord, dude, she looks incredible in that maid outfit, right?
So come with me, please. Please let me know if there's anything else you would like.
He doesn't want to leave.
I'm afraid I don't have much faith in the Ark.
Excuse me?
The Ark abandoned us.
Yes, they did.
They praised us to the skies, used us as a symbol of resistance. They promised to come save us. But when we were out here dying, they abandoned us.
So which force, like, was he a part of, I wonder?
You have no idea how much hope we had. We hoped that one day the Ark would come to save us, that they hadn't forgotten about us. That's how I survived for decades. Have you all come here to save me?
Was he like the commander of the Goddess Squad or something?
You represent something which is inherently traitorous. It's not your fault. Maybe there were circumstances beyond your control. But it doesn't erase all those years that we suffered.
Or he was affiliated with some other squad, obviously, that was like out on the surface, and the Ark turned their backs on them and locked them out, obviously, right?
So, I won't go. This place is my home now. Let me die here.
Hermin, I understand everything you're saying. It's true that the Ark turned its back on you, and it's true that no one came to save you. There's nothing I could possibly say to right that wrong, but I at least hope that you'll give us a chance.
You're also from the Ark?
Yes.
How can I trust you?
I take pride in where I'm from. I intend to do right by that pride.
At least she shows some compassion, right?
To that end, I will do everything in my power to protect you.
That will go in her favor.
And I want to sincerely apologize to you.
And she is being sincere from what we can tell.
I'm not going.
I will transfer all of the data here to the Ark. You and your friends have kept this information safe for so long. I'll make sure that it's all brought back to the Ark. Every last piece of data. So come with me. The Ark may have abandoned you once before, but let them now show you the respect that you deserve. Please.
Government won't, though.
All of this art? Will it continue on?
Of course. As it should.
Yes. Yes. For this, we...
Dude is just like breaking down.
Very well.
This is what he's lived for, right? His entire life.
I will go to the Ark, along with everything we have kept safe.
I will ensure your safe passage.
It kind of falls in line with like the Forbidden Library as well, right? The archives. Privaty.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. I might be charged with treason, and I'm prepared for the possibility of having my memories wiped. Be that as it may, this is the right thing to do.
Privaty overspec, possibly?
I'm certain of it. We may not have the full picture of what happened in that bunker for all those years. But it's clear that the Ark left them there to die. So we need to save him. This is all going to be one huge headache. And the central government's reputation might be completely ruined because of it. But I want to believe that this organization, which I trust, will do what it's supposed to.
They're not going to allow it. Like, there's just too much at stake for them, right? Like, if they find out about this, they are literally taking Hermin and they are offing him.
The first thing we need to do is save Hermin. We can think about the rest later.
Then the best thing to do to save Hermin is to leave him where he is.
Not bad. You're really tackling this head on, aren't you?
I want to continue to be proud of what I believe in.
If you realized that the thing you believed in is rotten, do you intend on destroying it?
I have no intention of destroying it.
Lily's got a good question there for her, right?
I simply want to see how they'll respond when I act this way. I'm doing this because I want them to prove to me that I can trust them completely.
All right then. Let me rephrase the question. If what you once believed in proves to be rotten to the core, beyond all doubt, will you destroy it?
Do you really need me to answer that?
Yes.
No.
Yes?
You've already answered.
She's already answered because she's hesitating, which means no. If the government turns out to be rotten, she's got no choice but to go along with them. She's not going to to completely go against them and rebel.
Commander.
Yes?
Please help with the transfer of the data here. I made a lot of promises back there, but I honestly have no idea how to go about it.
Okay, I'll help.
Thank you.
Holy crap, dude. Good questions. Good segment of story.
This person seems a little different.
That's because this is not a person, but a robot.
Okay, so this is Hermin and his middle age.
A robot?
So probably like in his 60s, 70s.
That's right.
50s possibly.
It may seem human-like, but trying to explain this is harder than I thought. Come, can you help me out?
A robot's body is made of machinery.
But again, this is a confirmation that Com was actually within this area, right? This bunker.
It has no heart.
So you don't have a heart?
That is correct. A robot, like myself, does not have a heart.
Then how do you talk?
The AI system selects a suitable response for the situation, then formulates an auditory output in the form of words or sentences, which are then broadcast through a speaker.
Is a child gonna understand that terminology, though, I wonder?
Huh?
Complexity of language deemed unsuitable for socially isolated child. Confirmed.
Dude, I'm telling you, they think the exact same way that I do.
Reducing linguistic complexity.
What's your name?
Com.
Can I climb on your head, Com?
That is possible.
Really? Wow. No one else here lets me climb on them.
Climbing on another person's head is a favorite style of play among children.
You'll have to excuse her. Sometimes she says some awfully strange things.
Yep, that's out there.
It is no problem.
Well, I mean, that is perfectly normal for kids to talk like that, right? They don't understand.
All right, if you say so. I'm going to talk to the Nikkes that came with Com, so you two have a nice time playing together, okay?
Okay.
So Nikkes were alongside Com. Calm was not initially in the bunker, if that's what we're gathering from this conversation, right? Soon after.
So high! I'm not too heavy, am I, Calm?
I am a robot meant to provide combat support. I am designed to carry far heavier loads than this.
And it's also loaded with a bunch of missiles, so I don't know if I would probably have a kid climbing around it, just saying.
So, you're not uncomfortable?
No, I am not uncomfortable. Seeing a child enjoy themselves while propped atop my head. It is pleasing.
No way! You're lying!
Lying is not a capability which I possess.
You do have a heart.
Must head to the Ark.
So it's still got vengeance in mind, right?
For revenge.
Friggin' knew it!
So you do know.
Holy crap! Raven! Making her appearance.
I take it you're equipped with AI?
Dude!
That is correct.
Where the hell did she come from?
Then this should be fairly painless.
How did she get here if she wasn't aboard the tetrapod?
Who are you?
I ask the questions.
Good lord.
Explain to me what this place is.
She's incredibly intimidating, right?
Come! Let's play hide and seek!
We have played hide and seek 3 times today.
Is Calm getting fed up?
Let's do it again!
Very well.
I'll hide, and you can find me after counting for 1 minute. Go!
Commencing countdown.
Are you playing hide and seek again?
That is correct.
Seems like you're always the one who has to go looking. You don't mind?
It is fine. If I hide, I am quickly discovered due to the sounds of my engine.
I mean, it makes sense, and that bunker seems fairly small.
When I am the seeker, I can find her instantly using my thermal sensors, but I intentionally delay my discovery. I even pretend that I cannot find her on occasion.
It does have a heart.
This makes her very satisfied.
You've really gotten the knack of playing with children.
That is correct.
Thank you for spending so much time with her.
Having me as her playmate is the most efficient choice.
Notice that they're beating around the bush in terms of, like, specifying a name for the kid, though, right?
The child is energetic, and the others in this bunker need to preserve their energy. Whereas I only need to be recharged in order to operate at full capacity.
Thank you all the same. She's been practically beaming lately, so we're really grateful.
We are the ones who are grateful. You took us in, even though we are deserters.
Deserters?
You gave us shelter and food.
Well, it's not like Nikke's and robots put that much of a strain on our food provisions.
Thank you, all the same. My colleagues have become happier as well. This arrangement is good for everyone.
Calm. Are you really a robot?
That is correct.
It feels to me like you're becoming more and more human.
Aren't you going to look for me? My legs are falling asleep.
Interesting choice of words, I'll say that much, because it kind of reminds me a little bit of, you know, one of the big inspirations of this game, Nier Automata, right? Referencing machines becoming more human.
I must go play.
I'll leave you to it.
Good scene, man. After hearing Calm's explanation, Raven falls silent for a while, deep in thought.
Could this be a different location? Or a different world entirely? No, that's ridiculous. Tell me how to get back.
I do not know.
Let me rephrase the question in a way you can understand. Find a route to get back, then tell me what that route is.
I cannot.
Then take me to someone who can.
She's gonna get real mad.
I do not know.
And what about the Ark?
That is not somebody you want going to the Ark.
I heard you muttering to yourself earlier. Something about an Ark. Sounds to me like the name of a place. Take me there.
She's perceptive though, right?
What are you planning on doing at the Ark?
I'm going to get the information I need, and then head back. That's it. Of course, if someone decides to get in my way, that could complicate matters.
What will happen if I decline?
That's very simple.
She's gonna destroy you, Calm. Raven points her sword at Calm.
I'll continue wandering around looking for another solution to my problem. And you'll become a broken pile of metal by the wayside. Yet another victim of an unfortunate accident.
So is this prior to Calm being rebooted, or is this like when Calm got pretty much put into that scrap pile, I wonder?
Are you strong?
What do you think, dude? Look at her.
That's an interesting question. I would love to show you, but unfortunately I can't. I'm prone to underestimating my own strength.
Very well. I will take you, but not to the Ark.
Oh.
What?
I know how you can go back. To be precise, I know exactly where the key to your return home can be found.
That is not what that line says at all in the slightest, but they're definitely referencing the tetrapod.
I will guide you there.
How do you know all this?
I harvested some data while you were unconscious. If you defeat the Rapture there, known as Gatekeeper, then you can go back.
Right, so this is current, this is present,
Rapture?
not past.
Gatekeeper? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Rapture is the general term for hostile robots who dominate the surface of this planet. Gatekeeper is the name of one of those Raptures.
You must be talking about those rust buckets that attacked me when I got here. They won't be a problem. I was able to cut through them easily enough. So, is taking down this Gatekeeper all I have to do? Sounds pretty easy.
Raven inches the point of her sword closer to Calm.
A little too easy. Enough to make a person suspicious.
Lying is not a capability which I possess.
All right then. Take me there.
It'd be simple, unless you're playing multiplayer and you're looking to target the weak points and you got a bunch of teammates that just want to shoot the white circles and immediately fail. Then it's not so easy to defeat a Gatekeeper, but I mean, you know,
Only on
that never
one
happens.
Condition.
And what's that?
My...
Withdraw thy blade.
Whoa! Holy crap, dude. Raven versus Scarlet, that'd be insane.
This tableau laid out before mine eyes reeks of intimidation and threats. It is most unpleasant to behold.
I would love to see this throwdown.
Who the hell are you?
You heard her. Withdraw your sword. We won't ask you again.
I don't know what's happening here, but violence and intimidation are never the answer.
That's all you are going to get from Raven, Rapunzel.
And if I refuse?
Then we shall solve this in the way in which we are most well versed.
Sounds fun. I'd like to give it a try.
Yes, please.
Something here isn't right. Are you a Nikke?
What's a Nikke?
Are you a human?
Excuse me?
I asked if you're a human. Huh?
Me? A human?
She knows.
You tell me.
Raven vanishes, leaving a diaphanous mass of blue particles in her wake. I have no idea. I've never seen that word in my life. I'm learning things. Then, in a flash of blue, she reappears behind Rapunzel.
Could a human do this?
Scarlet blocks Raven's sword. Dude,
A most
holy shit!
interesting technique.
The sword fight between Raven and Scarlet intensifies, their blades clashing again and again.
You're not bad.
Nor you.
Dude, that is freaking epic. A panoply of slashes, or slash marks, carve up the ground as the two blades cleave through rocks and other structures. All the while accompanied by the ceaseless sound of metal clashing. Dude, we need a CG image, or a still image, or something that depicts this fight for us to look at, please.
Scarlet.
Please let there be an illustration.
Understood.
Scarlet quickly distances herself from Raven. At the same time, Snow White aims her turret at Raven and unleashes a salvo of missiles.
Snow White, what are you doing?
Get ready.
Raven slices through each of the missiles with her sword. The severed missile fragments swirl in the air and explode. Through the fire and flame, Raven emerges. Cue Dragon Force. Rapunzel's staff fires a golden beam and scores a direct hit on Raven. Raven is tossed back and tumbles several times, but quickly gets back. Why couldn't they have this as like an animation or a cutscene, man? Come on, dude. Scarlet clenches and loosens her hand, which has gone numb a few times before reassuming her stance.
Tis a most bewildering sword.
How about we try our words?
No, it's not words. It's not going to work with Raven.
That's probably our best option, considering it doesn't seem like we'll get anywhere fighting.
You want to talk? Sure, we can talk.
With our blades.
Once you're on your knees.
Oh, dude.
Huh?
Raven suddenly fixes her gaze elsewhere and freezes. Where calm used to be. Only faint track marks remain. Calm took the advantage and just tried to escape, right?
Tis most peculiar. You two dots seem to be on the same wavelength.
Raptures approaching. They must have heard the explosions.
I say we fall back. There's no reason for us to fight those Raptures.
Man, I really wish that we had some sort of visual to accompany that little skirmish. It would have been epic, dude. Holy crap, what a missed opportunity. Man. But it's so cool to see Raven holding her own against the three Pilgrims, right? Like, it's crazy.
We work our way through them. The city is right ahead of us.
If they keep moving, they're likely to end up at the city.
Very well. Let us intercept them there.
All right.
As for you, Nameless One, we would appreciate your cooperation.
Raven is nowhere to be seen.
Did we lose her?
She must have gone off in pursuit of that robot.
Yep.
Doth we consider it wise to allow her to escape unopposed?
As hostile as she seemed, I don't think she intended to do harm to that robot. I think it'll be fine for the time being.
Let's finish off these Raptures first, then go after her.
Calm is just a tool that she needs in order to be able to achieve her goal of getting back home, right? But why does she want to go back there so badly?
As you can see, there are a lot of storage terminals here, and they're huge. It'd be next to impossible to haul them all out of here.
Yep, so they need some way to transfer the data. I wonder if they just have like some sort of portable device that they're able to do that with, or maybe they can do it like over a network, possibly.
What we need is a singular hard disk on which we can store all of their data.
Well, considering the fact that all of the technology in this room is over 100 years old, I'm sure there have been advances made in order to be able to make a device that can store a mass amount of data on it, right? By this point, there has to be.
You'd need an awfully big hard disk to store all the information contained in these terminals. Does a hard disk that big even exist?
I doubt it'd be that big, actually. Storage media is one of the fastest evolving technologies there is.
See? Again, Lily gets it.
We might be able to save everything in a device small enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Yup.
At least, that would be the case in our world. I assume it's not too different here.
That's a good point. The data here is all quite old. What was considered large format isn't all that big by today's standards. If we use the latest storage technology available to us,
Lily takes out her smartphone.
it might all fit in here.
Huh? Aren't you being a little dramatic?
No exaggeration here, just the truth. Storage compression and media technology advance at an incredible pace.
No kidding. Well then, this should be a breeze.
There is one problem though.
File type compatibility, possibly?
Storage terminals here are so old, they're not compatible with those currently found in the Ark.
Dude, like... Is it obvious that I have a background in IT, possibly?
We don't have any way to transfer it to our phones.
So what should we do?
It's simple. We just need to find the most advanced storage device that's compatible with the ones here.
That should be easy, right? This is the data center Privaty told us about.
I can tell all the way from here that the place is crawling with Raptures.
Great!
The floor and walls have deteriorated severely. If any of the upper floors collapse, they'll fall straight down to the first floor. Nice, a shortcut. This place looks pretty dangerous. Do we really have to be that in-depth with our search?
I don't think we have much of a choice. We all saw the image Alex sent us. Let's try and find something that matches it as closely as possible.
Do you think we'll find something as soon as we enter?
Be like a flash drive or something that they're looking for?
Probably not. These things tend to be on the upper floors.
I know, right? That does always seem to be the case for some reason.
Let's hurry.
Tell me again why you had to come with us, Rome.
Rome is a transport robot. I am good at transporting. This place might contain good artifacts. Artifacts that will help with the construction of the second Ark.
You're quite industrious.
Always.
Okay, but stay behind us.
Okay. I am good at hiding and running away.
Let's head in, Commander.
Let's go. Our goal is to find a high-capacity storage device that is compatible with those in the bunker.
Ooh, I think I may have found something.
Yeah? Show us. No, that won't work. 2 of the pins are missing.
These cables all look identical to me. They're hard to tell apart. How about this? It looks right.
It looks similar, but it's a little small. It might still be useful though, so bring it back with you.
Woohoo! I contributed more than a niece. Well, bully for you.
My eyes are tired.
It's not surprising, considering how intently we're scrutinizing these cables.
I think I found something.
Let's see. Yes, that'll work. Bring it back.
This is taking too long. I don't think we're going to find what we need here. Commander, let's investigate a little more and move to another...
found it.
And that is why we brought Rome along, right? Rome holds up a device as big as its head.
Rome found it.
Just a moment. I'll take a look. That'll do it. You can head back. That'll be more than enough to store all the data here.
Excellent.
Yeah, nicely done, Rome.
Rome is always excellent.
Enter Raven. Raptures. Ceiling above Rome collapses and raptors come pouring out. Thick plumes of dust fill the air, obscuring our vision and making it impossible to see Rome. Rome!
No!
Encounter.
Impeccable timing. How's Rome?
I'll check.
Rome is safe. Storage device is also safe.
Good.
You scared me half to death.
Now let's get the hell out of here.
Here, take this.
Huh?
Rome, who's standing far away from us, tosses the storage device towards us. Anise and Neon both scramble to catch it and end up slamming into each other.
My bag! You idiot! Why would you throw something this valuable?
Eve slowly approaches Rome.
Eve. Stay back.
What? Section of the floor underneath Rome starts to split apart.
Stay still. Don't move. I'll come to you.
Don't budge. You hear? This is the top floor. If you fall, it'll be bad news.
Neon, stop.
Why?
Leave it to Eve. If any of us head out, the floor is guaranteed to collapse.
Dude, this is not good. Cracks in the floor widen. Eve carefully moves closer.
Almost there. Don't move, okay?
Eve, don't come. Dangerous.
Don't worry. I'll save you.
I am fine. I am robot. If Rome is broken, Rome can be fixed.
The floor collapses, taking Rome along with it. Without any hesitation, Eve jumps after Rome.
Rome!
Eve dives into the hole Rome fell through.
Is that your main function? Gathering artifacts?
Affirmative. That is what I must do.
Why?
I do not remember. I do remember. It is my duty.
You're nothing if not industrious.
What are you doing?
Sorting artifacts.
Why?
Rome is making a second ark. A precious home. Chipper. Hee hee. Ha ha. Happy place.
Got that, Rome? My mom can't hear very well, so if you have something to say, you need to shout it loudly.
Is this possibly the same kid that was in the bunker?
Even if it is not important.
Yeah, so that she can hear. It might seem like you're overdoing it, but trust me, you won't be. And besides, everything you have to say is important. You're the hardest working person in this house, and in our family.
Huh? This is my memory. Ha ha, ho ho, happy memories.
Who's the kid, though?
Everyone always laughed when Rome broke a plate. When Rome fell while transporting. When Rome had to shout loudly. Everyone always laughed. Happy memories. Something that shouldn't be forgotten. This is the opposite direction of the Ark. We must go to the Ark.
You can't get into the Ark without a winning ticket.
The voice, is giving me Anise vibes for some reason.
So we can't go in.
Why do you need a winning ticket?
Maybe there's not enough space?
Is there only one Ark?
Yes, there's only one.
So that's why Rome wants to build a second Ark, because she wasn't able to get into the original one.
Then what do we do?
I don't know.
Holy crap, dude.
Can we build one?
Huh?
If there is not enough space in the Ark, I can build one.
You're incredible, Rome.
Oh, dude. That is heavy.
Alright then, let's do it. Let's build a second Ark, one of our own.
Good. I have a question. Why are you collecting all of these random objects?
These aren't random objects, they're artifacts. If we want to build a proper Ark, don't you think we'll need these?
I don't understand.
If we want to make an Ark, we need artifacts. If either of us comes across anything that seems useful, we should take it.
Okay. I have a question.
What is it?
Why are you burying Mother in the ground?
Holy shit, man. Holy shit, dude.
If you do that, she can't move. Why bury her? I have a question.
What is it?
When the second Ark is complete, will there be a family again?
Rome.
Will it be lively? Hee hee, ha ha. Like that?
Holy hell, dude.
Yeah, it sure will.
Okay, then Rome will work hard to make a second Ark.
I'm glad you're here, Rome.
We are family. Family is something precious. Something that's always there.
Yeah, that's right. Rome,
Rome is here.
you have to finish the second Ark.
It's literally carrying out her dying wishes.
So that people who have nowhere to go can stay there. You have to make a place where people can laugh and be lively.
Rome always works hard.
You certainly do.
I have a question. Why aren't you moving? Why aren't you talking to Rome? Why are your eyes closed?
Holy shit, man. This is freaking brutal, man.
The second Ark is a place where people who have nowhere to go can stay. A lively place full of laughter. Rome will build it. Rome will gather artifacts. Rome will work hard. And it will become a happy place.
Rome.
Well, I wasn't expecting that shit. I can tell you that. Holy crap, man. That got real heavy. Holy. So Rome has literally just been out going around gathering stuff to try to artifacts, as the little girl put it, to be able to build a second Ark because it remembers the happiness that that family shared. Being there with them every moment of their life, living in happiness and laughing over silly little things like dropping plates. And then the kid literally tries to get into the Ark. They can't get into the Ark. Her mother passes away. She has to bury her mother. And then she's sick and she just wants Rome to carry out her desire to be able to build a place where people can be happy, where people can have a family and live in happiness and not be shut out by the Ark, or by, you know, where they feel welcome. They have that place that they can go worry free. And then her dying wish literally is just for Rome to continue that desire to build that place. If this isn't any indication of how the Ark turns its back on people, and what the central government is doing to the survivors on the surface of literally, like, this place, then I don't know what else to say, right? Like, if anything, Rome should be pissed at the Ark. And that's why Rome should be trying to build a second Ark, and should be falling in line with the same views that Com has, in my opinion.
Eve.
But I guess it has forgiveness more so than Com, because it had that experience of having that happiness within its life, right?
Thank goodness.
Holy crap, dude.
You took a new nasty bump during your fall and wouldn't wake up. I was getting worried.
That, like, hit me right in the pit of my stomach, man, and my chest hurts.
Eve.
Yes?
Rome needs to make a second Ark. It was my family's wish. They are no longer here. They won't come back. Still, Rome will make the second Ark.
Carry on that legacy.
I want their wish to come true. But if my family is no longer here, is it meaningless what Rome is doing?
No.
No. It's not meaningless. We must carry on the memory of those who left before us. In doing that, we prove that their lives had meaning.
That's exactly it, man.
It helps us to remember that they helped forge us into the person we are today. When we remember them, we honor their memory.
So we must remember.
Yes. To say to the world that they were here once.
And that same thing, that same premise, goes with all the airborne squad members in Stellar Blade.
Rome had a family. They're gone. But Rome remembers. Is that how it continues?
Yes.
Eve.
Yes?
Will you remember Rome?
I will.
Rome will remember Eve as well.
Thank you. These memories that we both hold dear to us, I hope they live on.
Holy crap, dude, I need a moment to catch my breath. Good God, man. Was not expecting that at all. Like, that just completely blindsided me. Very heavy moment. Rome! Eve!
What's your status? Both of you.
Rome is fine.
I'm fine too.
Wow, they really are okay. That was crazy. Holding on to Rome and leaping down by hopscotching across bits of debris. I didn't know humans were capable of such a thing.
Human potential is limitless.
Whoa, you mean you could do something like that too, Master?
Anyway, I'm glad you're unharmed.
Rome is safe. The storage device is intact as well. Now we just need to transfer the data, and it's done.
Yeah. That's step 1 out of the way, and it was a big one. Nice going, Rome.
Rome always works hard.
Dude, man, what a friggin' moment. Holy crap. Good lord.
Dad!
Huh? What's wrong?
I can't sleep.
No? Would you like me to read you History of Art Part 3? I know you love that book.
So the child is Hermin's child.
I do. But could you tell me about the Ark?
The Ark?
Mom told me about it. There are supposed to be really tall buildings there, and places filled with big pools of water, and tons of people.
So, again, I wonder, is this child, Hermin's child, the one that was going along with Rome?
There aren't any Raptures wandering around like there are outside the bunker. We can only go out for an hour a day here, but over there, you can stay outside all day long. And there's more. It's so
Outside.
big that you can't explore it all in one day. You can easily see everything outside the bunker in under an hour.
You must stop this talk. Those are just made-up stories. Fairy tales.
No, they're not! Com says it's real, and so do the Nikkes.
No, it's not true. I'm telling you. Now, go back to sleep.
But...
Okay. I'll sing you a lullaby.
Okay.
Hermin, I am sorry. I should not have brought up the Ark.
Yeah, because now that kid is going to keep growing up to want to be outside of the bunker and want to explore, to find the Ark, and it's going to cause disruption within the world that they have within this bunker, right?
No. It's okay. It's just... Would you be able to return to the Ark?
So, he essentially loses his family because the idea of the Ark was conveyed to her from Com, if that's what I'm picking up on.
We have gone AWOL. If we were to return, we would be punished for desertion. But if your question pertains merely to whether it would be physically possible, then yes, it is possible.
I see.
We could escort civilians, including children. As long as we do not run into Raptures which are Lord class or higher. Hermin, a child needs to grow up in a normal environment.
What's the point of running away when I can just follow your tire tracks?
She caught up to him.
I did not run away. It was a tactical retreat.
Sure, if you say so. Now then, where were we? You said if you were going to help me, you had a stipulation. Go on then. Tell me what it is.
I must have my revenge. You can help me.
Revenge?
Yes. I must take revenge on the Ark. The Ark betrayed me.
I see.
The Ark stole our assets. For that, I can never forgive them.
Stole their assets?
Therefore, I will take their assets. I will destroy them. I will ruin them.
So you intend on destroying the entire Ark?
No, I will simply destroy their assets.
Revenge, huh? What's the point of revenge if someone else does it for you?
What assets is it referring to?
I will have my own revenge. You will simply ensure I am safe. Until my vengeance is complete. If you accept this condition, I will take you where you need to go.
I don't have time for these ridiculous diversions.
Near the area which I will take you, there is an elevator, which leads to the Ark. Help me have my revenge, and you will be able to achieve your own goals swiftly after.
Huh.
minor detour, right?
Are you a robot created by the Ark?
That is correct.
So you're taking revenge on your creators?
That is correct.
Fine. It's a deal. Lead the way.
Follow me.
Alright, we'll see how this unfolds. Another flashback.
Do not cry. Hermin is not dead.
But the bunker, it's all underwater.
Okay, so it sank.
All the Nikkes, they died trying to seal the bunker.
So something happened that caused it to sink, and then they sealed the entrance in order to save Hermin.
The bunker is Hermin's masterpiece. Having resided within it for an extended period, I can conclusively say its structural integrity is excellent. Barring any unforeseen external factors, the chance of an internal collapse is low. No, non-existent. The bunker is perfectly suited for long-term survival. His safety is guaranteed.
Okay, so she is up on the surface with Calm currently.
Only the outside entrance has been flooded. And the 3 Nikkes are not dead either.
Oh?
Huh? What?
Nikkes cannot drown when submerged underwater. They are simply unable to survive because they are too heavy.
Survive or surface? Surface, I think.
Then why don't you pull them out?
We don't have the necessary equipment to do so. We must retrieve it from the Ark.
Really?
Lying is not a capability which I possess.
Then let's go to the Ark, hurry! Dad is all alone inside the bunker and we need to save the Nikkes! They must be so lonely.
Right. We shall go and then return. Let us be quick.
So they went seeking help from the Ark in order to be able to rescue the 3 Nikkes because they can't surface where they're too heavy, and the Ark would not give them any sort of assistance because they're deserters, aka that is why Calm does not like the Ark
3
at all.
Nikkes. 1 combat support robot. 9 civilians, including a child. The journey to the Ark is a long and arduous one. The situation is quickly becoming hopeless. Still, we must go. Everyone must live.
Things are going to go south very quickly.
The insects are already performing their song.
Any chance you could catch a few?
Do not be so hasty. We have brought sufficient victuals with us.
She hungry for insects?
We also don't have time for bug hunts. We have to keep after that mystery woman.
Her swordsmanship was most admirable. She did not seem like a Nikke.
No, she didn't. Perhaps she's one of those people from that city. What should we call them? Outsiders?
I think 'tis a most befitting appellation for them.
She might be one of those outsiders from the city.
She seemed different from them, however. Sharper.
Well, one thing is for certain. She's liable to get in the way of us procuring Calm.
You're right. Whoever she is, or whatever she's up to, she's a problem which needs to be addressed.
What dost thou all surmise Calm's goal is?
It seems to have a serious axe to grind with the Ark.
Yep, just a little bit.
Perhaps it's after revenge. Although in what form, I can't say.
Well, I mean, we're getting to see why, though, right? The reasons behind. This is really good. This is how you tell convincing and how to convey a story properly.
We must
It's
try to
compelling.
reason with it.
Yes. Dost thou all truly think such a thing is possible?
Do you not?
Verily, I do not.
It's not like you to be so unsure of our abilities.
We have already failed once.
Dorothy.
From time to time, my mind doth wander and fall upon that thought. Perchance 'tis to be expected for Dorothy, and others such as her, to bear a grudge against the Ark. Perchance we are the abnormal ones. Forgiveness is not something so easily given. I have seen countless situations in my life which attest to this.
Be that as it may,
Dude, she's such a great character.
we must do what we believe is right.
Verily. No matter what.
Well then, all we've got to do is not fail a second time. And to be honest, I don't feel like we failed before.
I don't know. They were a little outclassed.
Dost thou still?
Yes, I do. I believe in Dorothy, who raised us up when we were broken. I believe in the goddess of victory. She may be far away now, and gone to a place where we don't understand. But one day, I believe she will return, and all of the discord between us will be washed away.
That's interesting, dude.
Yes. She'll come back to us, and it will be as if nothing ever happened.
It's hopeful.
I believe it too.
Honestly, I was surprised.
About what?
I did not think you would agree to my conditions. With your strength, you could have forced the information out of me.
I'm starting to regret not doing that. I'm starting to get upset at how long this is taking.
Oh, Raven.
Hey, were you betrayed too?
Interesting. Play Stellar Blade and find out.
What?
You had a visceral reaction to that word. I therefore concluded that you have personally experienced betrayal.
My lips are sealed.
Right. I suppose you could say that. I was robbed of my god and my wings. There was no god from the start, and I was no angel. Yes, that's it.
I got tingles.
I do not understand.
Oh, but if you did.
You don't need to. Let's keep moving. How much longer?
Those words were perfect.
We are almost there. The destination is right ahead.
Dude, so good.
Nice job, everyone! With this, we'll be able to collate all the data into one place.
Alright, looks like we are successful, I guess, in our attempt in order to get all the data onto this device.
The surface really does have everything you need.
That means we can take Hermin back to the Ark. His condition isn't very good. We need to hurry. How long will it take to transfer the data?
I can't say for sure. The read and write speed will be quite slow.
Yep, on older technology, that's just it.
I just have to see what happens.
Okay. Do whatever you can.
I will.
Well, I'll get started on the data transfer. Meanwhile, Eleg and Privaty, can you show everyone else what you found?
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you find?
Everyone, come here.
Is it something from when that
Why'd you have to
device
bring
stopped?
us here to show whatever it is you want to show us?
While you all went to look for a storage device, Ms. Lily and I recovered a lot of footage.
There it is.
Or rather, the audio to be precise. There was no way to restore the video. We organized it in chronological order. We would like all of you to listen. Here we go.
It's a shame we couldn't preserve everything, but we managed to digitize most of it. This bunker is now humanity's last artistic bastion. My fellow artists, we must be proud and carry on. The Ark will come to rescue us soon. There were 5 of them. I understand why they did it. It's dark in here. Raptures are constantly swarming outside, and there's a lack of proper facilities in the bunker. But they could have at least told us they were leaving. Instead, they ran off without even taking any proper food or clothes. I hope they arrive safely. I hope that they survive. Has the Ark reached out, you ask? No, not yet. Don't worry. Humanity will win soon enough, and then they'll come to save us.
So they held up in here, waiting for the Ark to deal with the Rapture threat, and then come save them. And it never happened.
Don't you remember how much they adored us? How they exalted us as artists who had stood up to the Raptures?
So they held on to this false hope, essentially.
I see. It was 7 this time. We swore to protect these artworks no matter what, even with our lives if necessary. There still hasn't been any contact. They haven't forgotten about us, have they? They couldn't have abandoned us. Could they?
Starting to feel a little bit hopeless now, right? Sheesh, dude, this is freaking heavy.
No, wait, don't rip that. I know it's cold, but you can't burn that cloth or the wooden statue. You know as well as I do that they're precious pieces of art. We have to hold out. We're here to look after these precious works of art, not our own well-being. We are artists, and our mission is to protect art. We must remember that. Do you hear that? Someone's knocking on the door. You see? I told you they wouldn't abandon us. I'm opening the door.
Glimmer of hope, and it's gotta be calm then, right?
Huh? How dare you come back after abandoning this place? You realized there was nothing out there, didn't you? That's why you came back. I see. Rapture's got everyone, and there are swarms of them nearby. Then tell me, why did you abandon our art? What? Pregnant?
So that had been his wife then?
I can't. I've never delivered a baby before. Even if I know how it was done in practice, actually doing it is completely different.
So she was going alongside with the other 7, or the other 6, to try to get to the Ark so that way she could be in a place where she could have her baby and the baby could live a normal life. But when they got taken out by Raptures, I'm getting choked up, dude. She came back, and then it was up to Hermin to deliver their kid.
Yeah, the head is crowning. Get me some warm water and a towel. Hurry. What? We don't have any... Right. We're lacking in basic essentials here. Chop up the wooden statue and start a fire. Boil the drinking water and sterilize the cloth. Forget about the artwork. The baby is about to die.
Protect life more than the art, right?
I'm sorry, everyone. From now on, our principal duty is no longer to protect the art.
It's to survive.
But simply to stay alive. A baby girl was born. We can't show her the world outside the bunker, but we can at least ensure she stays alive. Oh, this? This is by a painter who is known as a tragic figure. The colors are so vivid, aren't they? This technique and style failed to gain recognition in the artist's lifetime, and their work was only re-evaluated after their death. What's the point of being recognized only after you're dead? It's about leaving something for the future. To pass something on
and influence later generations is a crowning artistic achievement.
But what's the point if there is no future? What if there's nobody to pass that future on to, right? That knowledge, that art.
You must not whine like that. It's a hellish place outside this bunker. People like us wouldn't last a day out there. I understand that you want to see the outside world.
This is where all the fear and everything is set in already, right? Like, they know the difference now. They know that it's very hopeless. There's nobody coming at this point. So it's really starting to wear on them.
But you are our daughter. None of us want to lose you. Everyone here is staying alive for your sake. I hope you will realize that one day.
Who is it? I said, who is it?
So is it calm this time, then? Has to be.
Nikke's. Nikke's are here to save us. Finally. I see. Deserters. I can't believe suicide missions have become so common. How did it come to this? Well, don't worry. I'm the one who created this bunker. I don't mean to brag, but it's top-notch. It hasn't been discovered by Raptures yet. And we have an independent power generator, water purification, and air circulation system which guarantees our survival. We also have plenty of food left. There's enough here to last 20 people for a century. You can stay as long as you like. You're more versatile than I thought, Com. I feel we can truly count on you. I can't thank you enough for spending time with our daughter and playing with her. She really likes you. Excuse me, Nikke's. I have a favor to ask of you. My daughter, listen carefully. You were out wandering the surface, and these Nikke's found you. Do you understand? You weren't born in this bunker, but on the surface, where these Nikke's rescued you.
Huh.
This way, they won't be labeled as deserters.
They'll be labeled as heroes and then possibly given the chance to go back to the Ark, where the daughter can be raised again with a normal life.
They can say that they simply took time to rescue you and keep you safe. Do you understand? Don't cry. And look at me. We can't go together. You are the only one they can protect. Go to the Ark. Go and live a normal life. Don't spend your life in a dark and dingy place like this, subsisting on canned food and metallic-tasting water. Go live somewhere where it's bright and comfortable, and where the food is delicious. Understand? The drainage system is blocked? That means this place will be flooded. No, the artwork, all the data. What? What did you say? Weld the door shut? No, absolutely not. It's too dangerous. I refuse. We have to give up everything and go back. Can we really give up on all this?
After spending so much time there, he's gonna abandon it now? Like, that's not gonna be the case.
These are priceless artifacts which must be preserved and passed on. I will remain here. Someone needs to stay here and manage the facility. Go ahead and weld the door shut from the outside. I will stay. Yes, the data here is more important than my own life. Come to me, my darling. My beautiful daughter. I know this is all so sudden, but it's time to say goodbye. I'm so happy that you were a part of my life.
Oh, man.
I am someone who has dedicated their whole life to art. And you are the finest masterpiece I have laid eyes on. I love you. Come. Please take care of her. Promise me. Now go. Get out and weld the door shut.
Holy shit.
I'll protect this place no matter what, so don't worry.
Oh, God.
Just take care of our daughter, please. And, please, everyone, come back for me. I'll be waiting. I have to open it. Something's happened, I'm sure of it. I need to open it. Oh, right. It was welded shut. They'll come. They'll come to save me. They promised.
Isolated alone at the bottom of a frickin' lake, on an electrified lake in a welded bunker for how many years? Over 100 years. How could you not give up hope at that point?
How long has it been? 30 years? They won't come. It's lonely in here.
Holy shit, dude. The amount of willpower to have to survive that long on your own with literally no one. That's unfathomable.
That girl. We looked into it, but couldn't find any data on her. Same with the Nikkes who deserted. It's been so long, and there's a high chance that they never made it to the Ark. We're still looking into it, although we're not sure if we'll turn up anything.
So, those 3 dead Nikkes we found outside
are most likely the Nikkes who deserted, yes. This entire place would have been flooding while they were trying to weld the door, until eventually, to protect what was contained in this bunker, they made the ultimate sacrifice.
I checked the files and closely examined the one whose arm was severed. It looks like she used her own arm as welding material.
So that's what happened.
What painfully sad memories.
Let's hurry. We need to move as quickly as possible. Let's take both Hermin and all the data to the Ark. Don't leave a single thing behind. God, dude, my freaking heart hurts. The data transfer commences, with the past data being moved to the storage devices that Rome and the others brought back. The process is slow going, but the artistic legacies that those in the bunker sought to protect are slowly preparing to emerge once again and influence the present.
These photos in the picture frames must be of the people who stayed behind in the bunker.
Yes. The frames are really worn.
They must have been handled quite a lot.
These images were no doubt caressed longingly. Hundreds, if not thousands of times.
More than likely by Hermin, who was here alone.
Yes. After a while, I stopped touching it out of fear that I'd harmed the frames.
How is your body feeling? You should get some more rest.
I'm fine. I've rested plenty.
You've held fast and kept watch over this art for so long. And now it's finally seeing the light of day. How does that make you feel?
Well, at first I was filled with this sacred sense of duty. But later, I felt I had no other choice. I was afraid of the outside, and it was not as if I could open the door.
Why didn't you end it all?
Adam!
I mean, it's a fair question.
Sorry, that came out wrong. I didn't mean to be insensitive. What I meant was, how were you able to keep going for all these years?
I'm not sure. I figured that I had already waited so long. If I tapped out, as it were, without seeing my dream come true, that it hardly seemed fair.
So it was, again, willpower and determination, right?
Yes, there were times when the pain was too great and I wanted to give up. But then, I would imagine the sight of future generations appreciating these artworks, and I would be overcome with emotion. If I were able to witness that with my own eyes, would that not be art in its truest form?
True.
If you had failed, all your suffering would have been in vain.
I would have endured no matter what. I never stopped believing that one day a miracle would come. With that, I would have pressed on.
Even if you lost so much along the way?
Yes, I would have. I'd already nearly lost everything. I would have kept waiting. I would have believed that this was my purpose and kept waiting.
I see. I find your words very comforting. Thank you.
Are these all the photos you have of your friends? Hermin? Hermin?
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say?
Slipping.
Are these all photos of your friends?
Oh, yes. That's all of them. I regret not taking more photos. If there's any advice I would give you, it's to take more photos. Nothing is better at preserving memories.
We'll do our best.
Is there any chance it would be possible to find out what happened to those who left?
I mean, I'd be interested to know for sure. We're looking into it. This all happened so long ago, so it may take some time.
I see. Thank you.
It'd be helpful if we had names. That's all I'm saying.
The data transfer is almost complete. I think we can start getting ready to leave.
How's Hermin doing?
Not great. He faded in and out several times during our conversation.
I see.
The emergency medication we brought is mostly for external injuries, so they're not much help. Sedatives or painkillers could do more harm than good, so we can't use those. We need to get him to the Ark as soon as possible.
Let's start packing. We'll move out the moment the data transfer is finished.
Roger.
We can use the tetrapod. It'll be a heck of a lot faster than walking.
But what if we run into Stormbringer?
I'd be more concerned about running into Gatekeeper.
I think it's worth the risk.
Because I got a feeling that's probably what's going to happen. I agree.
Adam, get the tetrapod ready for takeoff.
Roger that. I don't mean to brag, but one ride in it will blow your socks off. The craftsmanship is second to none.
Even second to this bunker?
I can vouch for that.
I appreciate that, but how would you know? You've never ridden in it.
She's inspected it thoroughly.
20 minutes left on the data transfer.
12 minutes on my end.
Nearly finished. Finally.
I know in reality it hasn't taken all that long, but it feels like ages compared to modern technology.
Let's start preparing to leave.
Yeah, let's. Huh?
Drip? Something leaking?
Don't you know heart is the last thing you want to hear at a time like this?
Sorry, but I heard something strange.
I think I heard something too.
Water's coming from the ceiling!
That's not good.
That's not the ceiling cracking, is it?
The whole freaking place is falling apart. They're gonna lose everything.
It's coming from the walls as well.
Everyone! Emergency! The bunker is flooding!
Holy shit, dude. Art.
Art, do you remember me?
Mass-produced Nikke art?
What?
I am Calm. This is the Ark. On our way back, we encountered a Lord-class Rapture.
Is this the daughter?
Only you and I survived. You were severely injured. You became a Nikke. A mass-produced Nikke. They said there's a chance that mass-produced Nikkes can retain their past memories. So, Art, do you remember me?
I don't.
Your name. Am I the one who gave it to you? I named you as soon as we got to the Ark. I am Calm. We lived together in the bunker, along with Hermin. Do you remember me now?
No, I don't.
So this is why Calm feels betrayed. She lost all of her memories.
You were born in the bunker. You were raised there as a child, loved by all. Everyone there cherished you. I cherish you. Do you remember me now?
I'm sorry, but I don't remember anything.
Do you remember me now? Do you remember me now? Do you remember me now? Do you remember me now?
I'm sorry. I have to go.
Holy shit, again, like, can you not blame Calm for feeling betrayed?
Do you remember me now?
Calm and Raven stand facing the elevator leading to the Ark.
Is this the lift you were talking about?
That is right. This will take you to the Ark.
You said you were going to take revenge on the Ark, right? What's your plan? I'll let you think about that for a while longer. At any rate, our deal is done here. Tell me the location of this Gatekeeper.
Head north. About 1 kilometer. You will find an open space among the collapsed buildings. Gatekeeper will be there.
All right. Well, best of luck with those revenge plans.
Raven walks past Calm. Calm stares at the elevator. Calm remains motionless for a long time. Only the mechanical whirring of it running calculations fills the air. After a while, Calm slowly lifts its head. It looks around, then turns. A short distance away, Raven is watching Calm.
What are you doing? Hurry up.
I do not know what I should do.
You can't ask other people about how to carry out your revenge. You have to make that decision yourself.
The original plan was to ride the elevator down and attack everything in sight. To take revenge on the Ark, which stole what belonged to me, to all of us.
So the assets were literally the memories that Art had.
I intended on fighting until I was eventually destroyed. But if that happens, all of them will disappear. They will become forgotten by everyone, as if they never existed. Everyone will be gone.
There will be no more assets.
I remember them. I am the only one who remembers them. I must ensure that their memories live on.
What a sight. A bucket of bolts pontificating about carrying on memories. Whether you reach your final decision here or somewhere else, it has got nothing to do with me. But if you're going to abandon the notion of revenge, you have to go all the way. You must guard that data contained in that metal hunk of junk you call your body and keep it safe until your creators rot and crumble to dust. And then, however many hundreds or thousands of years later, you will stand upon their ashes, triumphant, and laugh at them.
At last.
What did you do? Did you decide to take revenge? Did you succeed?
There was someone who opened my eyes and made me see the truth. If it weren't for them, I would still be living as a mindless slave to a god.
Did that person tell you how to get your revenge?
No. They told me how to make my own decisions according to my own will.
Yup. That they did.
Yes, with my own will. Everything I do is for them. If it weren't for them. Why am I even saying this? At any rate, I'm trying to do for you what they did for me, you hunk of junk. No one else can feel your pain for you. Only you can ease your own pain. And you know better than anyone what you have to do to carry on the memory of those you care about.
Survive.
But doing that will not quell the rage inside me. I still yearn for vengeance.
Then use your own will and make a choice.
Calm slams its fist into the elevator. Anger eventually fades over time as well, but I don't know if that's the same for robots. I can't speak on that behalf, but Calm's pounding creates dents all over the elevator's exterior. Sparks burst out violently.
Is this your revenge?
Do not mock me. There is no other path to revenge which I can take. If I am to carry on the memories of those I cherish, I cannot be terminated. So, if you want to laugh at me, go ahead.
What are you doing? It's still functioning. Finish the job. Not enough. It's still going. More. Much better. So then, how does it feel to have your revenge? Are you satisfied?
I am satisfied.
Good. Don't think that your vengeance was petty. There is no such thing. Any act of retribution is a noble one. You've conveyed your feelings and done what you had to do. Your revenge is complete. And it was perfect. Brilliantly done.
Interesting to see Raven helping Calm.
I'm going back. You stay here. I'm sure those people in white will come for you.
You have helped me, and so I will help you.
I do not need help from a tin can like you. You stick to carrying on those memories of yours. I'll do the same with mine.
Raven turns and walks away. Calm watches as she slowly vanishes into the distance. Again, great scene.
Art has become a Nikke. She does not remember me. She does not remember the bunker. She has forgotten everything. No one believes the story about the bunker. Even when I give them the data to prove it, no one believes me.
Yeah, so again, it feels like it was literally all for nothing.
They tried to delete the data. I escaped to the surface. I need to save Hermin. By now, the water may have receded. I need to return to the Ark with Hermin and prove that the story of the bunker is true. I cannot let what happened there be forgotten. I took too long to get here. Likelihood of success against a Rapture is 0%. Therefore, avoided all encounters, which increased travel time dramatically. Confirmed bunker's location. The water has not receded at all, and is now electrified. I searched for a way, but found nothing. I continued searching, and still found nothing.
So this is pretty much giving us a story of how it ended up in the junk pile,
Again
right?
and again, I repeated this process.
Until its fuse, like, burned out on it.
A lot of time has passed. Hermin is a human. Given the age that he was when we left, and how much time has passed since, it is highly likely that he has died. There is no way to enter the bunker. The Ark forced us into a corner. They never came to rescue the artists living in the bunker.
This is where the resentment begins.
They did not help us when we were all dying. They turned art into a Nikke and took away her memories. They never came to rescue Hermin. They practically killed Hermin. The Ark destroyed that which I hold most dear. I have nothing left. I will return to the Ark. I will destroy what they love most. I must do so.
Raven is thrown back and tumbles along to the ground. She glares at Gatekeeper, which stands before her.
Damn it! Looks like thou art having a time most toilsome.
What kind of rapture is this?
I've never seen anything like it.
Perfect timing. I was starting to get bored with a one-on-one fight.
This is a great piece of artwork, by the way.
Come at me, all of you.
'Tis most tempting, but let us focus on the rapture before us first.
So they're gonna join forces instead of actually, like, trying to take her on at the same time as Gatekeeper.
I'll help.
I don't need any help.
Then fight however you like.
and we'll do the same.
Did you encounter anything noteworthy on your way here?
If you're speaking of the robot, you do not need to worry. It is safe in another location.
Don't be ridiculous. I couldn't care less about that junk heap.
Part of her cares.
I'm warning you for a second time. Don't even think about getting in my way. That thing is mine.
Do what thou will. Simply view us as a few trainees practicing beside you.
Let's go.
All right.
Freaking cool, dude. Gatekeeper is sucked into a dark void and disappears.
Did we defeat it?
What do you think that rapture is?
I think it is connected to this mystery woman.
I haven't the faintest idea what that thing is either. All I heard is that if I defeat it, I can return.
Golden particles begin emanating from Raven's body.
What the? Hold on. Am I going back?
Your words continue to make little sense. Let us head back to the city instead of standing here idly. It does seem as if thou are part of those outsiders whom we met before.
Outsiders?
Indeed. There are others in the city who are bedecked in garb similar to thine.
I believe their names were Eve, Lily, and Adam, right?
All of the name drops. That was gonna trigger her so bad.
I think so.
What?
I have long ruminated on how your sword style bears a peculiar similarity to Eve's.
Eve? Is Eve here?
I told you, that was it, man.
Ah, it is as I thought. You two are acquainted.
Oh, Scarlet, you just set her off.
And him as well. Why her and not me? Not again.
Overshadowed.
Where is she? Tell me where she is.
Too late now, Raven.
I think it is best that we do not reveal this information.
Raven dashes forward and swings her sword at Scarlet. Scarlet blocks the blow.
Tell me! Now thou hast giveth me even less reasons to do so.
Eve. To think of that foul creature by his side. Why would he be with her?
Jealousy.
It should be me. Me alone. Not that mindless doll.
Thy words become more and more fatuous.
Tell me where she is. I must kill that thing at once.
Hold thy tongue.
Oh, I love it. Scarlet uses her sword to push Raven back, but she immediately charges back towards Scarlet.
I'm the only one who deserves to be with him, not Eve.
Just as Raven and Scarlet's swords are about to collide, Raven disappears in a burst of golden particles, causing Scarlet's sword to make contact with nothing but air. Everyone looks around, bewildered. But Raven is nowhere to be seen.
Do I dream in this moment? This is pure madness.
Yeah. What in the world is going on?
She got Thanos.
Let's secure comm and get out of here.
Surely your interest should have been piqued by a situation as peculiar as this.
Would being more interested help me understand it better?
Forsooth, most likely not.
Then let's finish what we came here for. And get moving.
Very well. Let us move.
All right.
And now on the other side of things, possibly soon?
To the city.
Let's go to the Ark.
Given your feelings about the Ark, I cannot take you there.
I no longer have any intentions of reprisal.
That elevator near us is completely destroyed. Was that your doing?
It was.
And dost thou consider that thy revenge?
That is correct. I destroyed the Ark's property.
I'm
sure you must have had plenty of other ideas in mind.
Yeah, probably, but I mean, I guess.
I must carry on the memories of those who would otherwise be forgotten.
It's a means to an end, right?
I cannot be the only one to remember. I must pass their legacy on to the Ark.
It's a fair point.
If I am to do that, I must continue to exist. The Ark must too. Therefore, I cannot act against the Ark. Take me to the Ark.
'Tis a most importunate creature.
I need to take a rest. I am very tired.
If that be the case, we may carry thee.
Calm seemingly freezes in place. Only faint vibrations can be felt emanating from it.
Has it gone to sleep?
Sleep mode, to be exact.
Goodness me!
At least it was kind enough to leave its orbital locks disengaged.
Are we to push this creature all the way to the Ark?
When we get close, we can contact.
My goodness.
Let's go. It's a long way back.
It'll be a long journey, that's for sure.
What is this monument-like object?
Oh, this? It's a place to honor those of us who left too soon.
The tombstone, right?
These photos are of the people who stayed in the bunker.
Oh, the altar.
Saying it out loud, I suppose it's not all that different from a monument.
Why are you leaving it here?
Now that you ask, I'm not entirely sure myself.
Is it so that you don't forget? If you see it often, you won't forget.
Ah, yes. That must be it.
If you digitize it and save it as data, you will not forget.
Unfortunately, we humans don't have the ability to store data in such a way. We are forgetful creatures by our very nature. Eventually, in time, we forget things. That's why, in order to stave off that day for as long as we can, we keep photos like these and look at them often. We do this because they contain memories which are precious to us.
But someday, you will forget. You are human. You will die someday.
Yep, ain't that always the case?
And all of your memories will disappear.
That's true.
What if Khan remembers us? We won't be forgotten then, will we?
I suppose that's true as well.
That is correct. My memory is infallible.
Well then, do us a favor, will you, Khan? Remember us so that we aren't forgotten.
Okay. I will remember.
Promise!
Promise.
Dude, what a great scene again, right? Holy crap, man. And then of course I stopped recording and then it plays another cutscene immediately. She said 2 minutes left. Let's move on.
Hurry, hurry, hurry! Rushing me won't make it go faster.
Are you done with all the backups?
Yep, down to the last bit. Once Lily is finished, we're good to go.
Well, at least they were able to hold it off long enough in order to be able to get the transfer complete, right? Water pours in through the cracks in the walls and ceiling. The water is already up to our ankles. At this rate, it won't be much longer until the entire bunker is underwater.
Eleg, the water is coming this way.
Ah! Stay back! Shoo! Shoo!
Did you really think that would work?
Can't you go any faster?
3, 2, 1, done!
Don't pull it out right away! You need to eject it properly!
Yes, everybody does that with their USB devices, right?
Ah, damn this ancient machine! There, all done, for real this time.
Let's run!
Ah!
There's nothing missing.
That was close.
What about Hermin?
The bunker is submerged.
Oh, he's there. He's there. We stand atop a hill overlooking the city, staring nonplussed at the newly reformed lake. After 100 long years, the waters have claimed the bunker, dragging its long history along with it down to the aquatic depths.
I can't believe that place really lasted an entire century. Where do you think all that water came from? Beats me, but it has to have come from somewhere. Nowhere on the surface is normal.
Let's get going, Hermin.
Oh. Yes. Let's go.
Eve.
Yes? Oh, right. I'm sorry, everyone. But can you wait just a moment?
What's going on?
I'll be right back.
Is she, like, going the same way that Raven is now, possibly? Huh? Eve dives into the lake. She's going to retrieve something that was forgotten in the bunker. Inside the bunker, now completely submerged, everything is dark. Despite this, Eve can make out a rough outline of what she's looking for. The sudden rush of water has resulted in a fast current. Eve is certain that she'll be swept away if she doesn't grab a hold of something. She presses against the wall and focuses. She finds what she's looking for. Despite the rapid current, it's miraculously remained in the same place as before. Eve pushes off the wall and darts through the water.
Why hasn't she come up yet?
Let's wait a little longer.
Why did she jump in there so suddenly anyway?
Probably.
Eve!
I think this is the first time I've been out of breath. I almost got swept away by the current.
What the heck are you doing? What'd you do that for?
I had to find something.
Did you succeed?
Yes. I have it here.
As Eve comes out of the lake, she is holding tightly onto several picture frames.
Oh.
She slowly walks over to Hermin and hands them to him.
Sorry that they got a bit wet.
I can't believe it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
That data may contain humanity's past, but these photos are your past. I assumed they meant a lot to you.
Yes. These all remind me of precious memories.
Glad to hear I was correct.
Eve.
Yes?
Why do you work so hard? Excessively so. Based on my observations, you risk your life too often. Do you want to die?
No.
Working hard and putting yourself in danger are two different things. Why do you put yourself in harm's way so often?
I believe it's the right thing to do.
I don't understand.
You and me both.
Me three.
I don't put my life at risk as often as you think. I know what I'm capable of, and so I proceed.
I may not understand completely, but I have complete faith in you and your abilities.
I hate to interrupt, but does anyone else feel a vibration? Sure, but isn't that because of all the rushing water?
No. The ground is shaking.
Rappy quickly moves to higher ground.
Commander, we have to prepare for battle. Large force of Raptures incoming. I see more than 3 Tyrant-class entities.
Everyone, get ready for battle. Privaty, protect Hermin.
Roger. Our left side is weak. Concentrate fire.
So is our right side! And the center! Yikes! We're compromised on all sides! We need to raise the level of our firepower!
Why don't we move our defensive line back a bit?
I don't want to destroy the city.
Well, then we'll just have to dig deep and keep pushing.
We've got to hold the line as best as we can.
A massive steel figure lands in front of us, standing between us and the Raptors. Its back is turned to us as Providence! And the silhouette resembles that of a human.
You're here. Exosuit Providence, reporting for duty.
Is that Miss Lily inside that thing?
That's right. Although I'm not sure how effective this will be against Raptures. This exosuit isn't exactly a pushover, so I'm not too worried.
Wouldn't it be freaking cool to see like Providence versus Talos?
Are you sure we should be using it? That's an incredibly valuable piece of equipment.
We owe these guys a huge debt. Surely this is the least we can do.
You can't fool me. You just want to show off.
Guilty as charged.
Fine. Let's show them.
Get out of there! Hurry!
What? Why?
I'll pilot it! I'll hold off the Raptures!
No, it makes more sense for me to do it.
Everybody just wants to be piloting Providence. Everyone stop bickering. I'm clearly the one who should be piloting it.
Sorry, I'm not going anywhere.
Everybody just wants to be a mech pilot, that's all, okay?
Now let's go!
Everyone, cover Lily!
Roger. With a giant war machine like this on our side, how can we possibly lose?
Providence deftly moves both on land and in the air, unleashing a merciless fusillade of various armaments. A ceaseless barrage of explosions rings out, sending flames, light beams, and sparks flying every which way. It's an incredible sight to behold. And yet...
It really does look spectacular, but none of its shots seem to be landing.
The accuracy does leave something to be desired.
A Rapture fires a missile and scores a direct hit on Providence.
Same goes for its ability to evade.
Yeah.
Lily.
It's the pilot's fault.
Just give me a second. I'm not used to this type of enemy is all. I've got it configured to combat Gatekeeper, that's why.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
Let's see. What if I do this? Alright. I've set the target to
To Rappy. Another missile strikes Providence.
Lily, are you okay?
I think she passed out.
That's it. I'm going in.
Hold on. We've got this in the bag.
Huh?
Providence starts moving again. This time, it moves with utter precision and as it unleashes an overwhelming barrage of firepower. The only word to describe it is utter decimation. The battlefield becomes clear in an instant.
Amazing.
When the attack target is set to Rapture and the pilot is incapacitated, the automatic combat system is activated. So long as it's being operated properly, that program can handle this kind of opponent with ease.
But Lily has no idea how to operate it.
Ugh. Well, she at least knows how to turn it on or off.
Turning something on or off is important.
Very. Providence stands tall amidst the defeated Rapture horde, scanning the surroundings for any survivors. After finishing its scan, it turns and faces us.
Whoa, so cool! Let's go and ask if we can take a ride in it.
For sure!
Providence pushes its weapon forward. Is that a victory pose?
Wow. Whoever designed this really knows their stuff. Is that just me? Or does that sound like a weapon charging?
I was gonna say, did it get like infected with Rapture code or something? Is that why it was making a similar Rapture sound?
Everyone, prepare for battle. How did...
Uh-oh, this is not good. We're gonna have to kick crap out of Providence, is all I'm saying, right? Of course, If you're new to the game, you might have a little bit more difficulty at this point, but fortunately for me, I've been playing for a very long time, and this is more or less a hands-off battle that will be taken care of in no time. Wow, Providence was such a huge threat. That was incredibly nail-biting. Ah, close one. Real close one. Good music, though.
This thing just won't quit. If anything, it's only getting faster.
There must be an issue with the combat settings that has to be shut down manually by the pilot.
But Lily is unconscious.
Well, she needs to wake up.
My head.
There you go.
Huh?
That's all it took.
What are you guys doing? Why are you attacking Providence?
It's the other way around.
Huh? Wait, why is this? Hold on, I'll take care of it.
Hit the big red button. Finally, Providence stops moving, accompanied by the sound of the system shutting down.
Phew. That was close. I don't get it. I set Raptures as the target. What happened?
I wonder.
I didn't input any other settings. It's only supposed to check for the energy source's wavelength.
What are you doing? Hurry up and come out.
Right. I'll be right out. Oh well, I must have made a mistake somewhere. I'm just glad no one got hurt. That was too close for comfort.
I think that was a massive
now that we've resolved
lore
that
reveal.
minor hiccup, let's head back to the Ark.
Yeah, let's go.
The tetrapod is ready. We can leave right away.
Let's hurry.
The same wavelengths as the Raptors, right? And it targeted the Nikkes? That doesn't tell us anything? That doesn't tell us anything? Is it possible that maybe the power source for the Nikkes is quite literally the same power source as the Raptors? Just maybe they're all infected with Rapture code?
This thing really can
Maybe.
fly.
Possibly.
Can't you at least draw me some blueprints? I really want it.
I tried to pull up the blueprints several times, but they kept coming out garbled and incomprehensible. I think it's time we throw in the towel.
Oh man, I can't stop thinking about it.
Trust me, me neither.
Adam, how much time until we arrive at our destination?
At our current speed, 10 minutes. We don't have to worry about anyone from the Ark intercepting us, do we?
That won't happen. I've already contacted them. I also told them the commander is seriously injured and to have a medical team on standby when we arrive.
But what happens again if Gatekeeper is defeated at the same time that we're flying, then all of a sudden the tetrapod and Adam and Ethan and Lily just boop? Then what happens to our team? What? But I'm fine.
If we told them we had Hermin in tow, medical treatment wouldn't be a priority for them. However, if a medical team is already on standby when we arrive, we can at least try and push for them to treat him.
Wow, you really are trying to become unemployed, aren't you?
Well, if that happens, why don't the counters take me in?
I'm not sure a government desk jockey would be able to hack it with us.
This is my first time going to the Ark.
We'll show you around once we're there.
I'm excited.
The Ark.
Hermin, things might be chaotic when we first arrive, but it won't be permanent. Don't stress too much about it.
Okay. I'm grateful that I'm here in the first place.
I figured he would have had a much harder time, like, literally being out in an environment that he's not used to.
Honestly, just knowing that all the data in the bunker was preserved is enough for me. I could die happy now.
Don't kid around about that. It doesn't come off like you're joking.
Oh, sorry. I'll be more careful with my words.
Uh-oh. We've got company.
Raptures?
A whole bunch of them. Closing in on us fast.
Bro.
That's okay. I'm sure you've got some kind of ultimate weapon in this ship.
I wouldn't call it an ultimate weapon, but we do have some armaments.
Really? Then let's fire away!
It won't be enough to wipe them all out. Damn, this isn't good.
Adam stares at Hermin intently.
Rappy, how long will it take to get to the Ark on foot from here?
About 2 hours.
Good.
Adam.
Let me guess. We stay here and hold them off, while our friends go on ahead.
Bingo. Don't feel bad, you guys. A certain someone I know would have insisted we stay behind anyway. I'm just beating her to the punch.
That's true.
Landing. Get going. Leave the rest to us.
Thank you.
We'll come back for you the first chance we get.
Sounds good. We'll be waiting.
They know they're going back. Ark elevator hub. The elevator door opens, revealing a small crowd of people and a gigantic amount of cake. Good God. Several humans in military uniforms and a medical team stand before us. An initial look of shock registers in the eyes of those in uniform, which then quickly turns into anger. Privaty steps forward assertively.
I am Privaty of the Triangle Squad. Move this civilian to the medical facility immediately. His physical condition is significantly weakened. I want you to use every means available to you to ensure his recovery.
One of the military men motions as if to start speaking, a fierce expression on his face.
I will not tolerate any insubordination. Furthermore, in my capacity as a member of the Central Government's Defense Force, I will take full responsibility for what follows.
In addition, this decision has been approved in coordination with the Special Commando Unit Counters. If you have any objections, you must present the relevant documentation signed by a military officer of Deputy Chief rank or higher.
Have you all got cotton in your ears? What are you standing there for? Hurry up and move!
Meanwhile, surface.
How many more?
Dude, looks like it's sick.
About 15!
Time to wrap this up.
Eve runs off. She closes the distance between her and the Raptures in an instant, piercing one of their cores with her blade. This image is incredible, sending a wave of energy from her blade which cleaves the ground in two. Meanwhile, she dodges the incoming Raptor attack, accompanied by a flash of blue as she swings her sword all around, sending waves of energy in all directions.
Wow, she swings that sword like a fish swims through water. So natural, so free.
Eve deftly maneuvers her way around the Raptors as if performing a dance. As she does this, she feels something strange. Golden particles begin to emanate not only from her body, but also Adam, Lily, and even the tetrapod.
Huh?
But not Providence,
What is this?
because we don't speak upon Providence because it turned on us.
I'm not sure, but I have the sense it's time for us to head back.
How do you know?
Not sure, just a feeling.
But I thought we were supposed to defeat that Gatekeeper thing.
Maybe someone else took care of it. Or the Gatekeeper likes to change its mind.
Eve continues to swing her sword around. Golden particles intensify. Eve realizes instinctively that everyone, including her, will disappear. After slicing the last Raptor core in half, she stands still and catches her breath.
Eve, it's time to go back.
Yes. Seems like it.
It would have been nice to see their faces one last time.
It's okay. We'll carry memories of them. And they'll carry memories of us.
Eve silently gazes in the direction where the Nikke's headed. Gray sky, a desolate land. Buildings that crumbled long ago. an unwelcoming, yet tragically familiar landscape.
Stay strong, all of you.
Golden particles continue to intensify.
May our memories live on.
Golden particles scatter. In their place, nothing remains. The vast collection of the artwork data from the bunker was safely delivered to the Ark. The invaluable materials contained within the data soon spread across the Ark, and led to a surge in lectures, performances, and exhibitions on the artwork of the past human civilization. News and media outlets ceaselessly ran stories on them. The Ark overflowed with discussions about the art from times past. Privaty was never punished nor reprimanded. Under the condition that Hermin's identity and backstory remain undisclosed, she was granted a reprieve, despite her disobeying orders. Hermin also did not wish for his identity to be revealed. He said he only sought to preserve the data contained within the bunker, and how having accomplished that was more than enough. Rome was appointed an honorary member of the Counters and was scheduled to be sent back up to the surface after undergoing repairs. Now that Rome had seen the original Ark, it better knew what direction to take with the second Ark. With Reclamation Site 01 as a foundation, it threw itself into constructing the second Ark. No news has been heard about Eve or the others. When we returned to the place where we parted, there was nothing left except for the wreckage of some fallen Raptures. All the D-Wave signals have disappeared as well. It was unfortunate that we couldn't say a proper goodbye. May our memories of them live on. And
I'm eternally grateful to you. Thanks to you all, my life, our lives have meaning. I believe that life itself can be art. By expressing oneself, by having an influence on others, you are creating art every waking moment of your life, simply by living. May your lives in all their artistic splendor continue on and be passed down to future generations.
a week after arriving at the Ark, Hermin passed away peacefully while holding on to the picture frames he cherished. We stand in front of Hermin's memorial.
They say it was a miracle that he lasted this long. He was in an extremely frail state when he arrived. There was nothing that could be done.
Still, you were able to show him around quite a bit, weren't you?
Yes. I wanted to show him all that the Ark has to offer, even though I wasn't able to show him as much as I would have liked. He was so happy. He loved seeing the traces of art that have remained throughout the Ark.
Big and small, the marks left behind by those from the bunker are still there.
Yes. He would tell me whose masterpiece this was inspired by, or whose failed work was improved upon beautifully. I can't say that I understood all of it, but he certainly was very proud. I wanted to show him more. I wanted to tell him that what he fought for wasn't in vain. That because of them, the Ark was able to become a more beautiful place. That all that time they spent waiting was not wasted. Not in the slightest. I wanted to tell him to be proud.
He knows all of that. Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Yep.
I hope so.
Me too. We place our hands on Hermin's memorial in silence. To the one who dedicated his life to ensuring the past carries on to the present. May he finally rest in peace. And
may your memory live on.
Memories continued. Ah, dude. Really good event. Probably one of the stronger collabs that we have had so far, in my opinion. Do I think it lived up to my expectation, however? that's something we're going to talk about, right? I know this has been a very long video, but we've got a lot of stuff to cover, right? And again, we're not completely done with this collaboration until we have the bonus scene at the end of hard mode, right? So overall, I will say story 2, very, very strong moments, a lot more heavy, impactful moments that tug at your heartstrings a little more than story 1. But story 1, I do believe, is completely necessary to like set up the entire, you know, layout of how this event, this collaboration is going to play out. Both of the story events really strong, tie into each other perfectly. Really like the big character reveals, obviously, you know, with Raven making her introduction or her entrance there, and then getting to see a little bit from her side of the story and her combating Gatekeeper, while our other team was pretty much like pressing onward to the Ark to preserve all of the data within the bunker. Very interesting style to go with for the story, but I mean, it makes sense. Like, you know, art and humanity and being able to express oneself through creativity and everything is a very important aspect of being human. So again, it is a very important thing to preserve and to pass on to future generations. So I get that. Me personally, art is subjective, right? It's not something that I would consider overly important to myself in a lot of aspects, but as they're saying, like, art is one's life as well, right? So again, it's really subjective. It depends on how you want to view or utilize that term art, right? In which pretty much form you want to imply art actually is to you. So again, I understand what they were going for with the story. Again, they had very, very strong moments emotion-wise. I'll always go back to my biggest complaint, my biggest gripe with every single collaboration is that it always has to tie directly into the Gatekeeper, which is just bringing these characters into the world of Nikke temporarily, and then once we defeat it, they go back to their world. I just wish that there was something that could break that mold, right? I know that is an incredibly convenient plot device, very cliched, just, you know, have a catalyst for this collaboration happen, and it's not directly affecting the world of Nikke. And I know that maybe they don't want to take away from the world of Nikke by doing that, by making something like, you know, a canonical tie to a different property. I get it, but I mean, like, this was, in my opinion, the biggest opportunity that they did have to make something cohesive, something that fit the mold in the world of Nikke. And I know that maybe, you know, like, Shift Up didn't want to directly tie two of these titles together, obviously. That's why they utilized the Gatekeeper mechanic again, right? But I really feel like there was a missed opportunity here to have something that could have been a little more profound, a little more exhilarating overall, and to, like, give us a massive reason to actually want to, like, experience both sides of the story. Like, if they were both directly tied together and not just being done in this collaboration, I feel like there would be more incentive for people to want to play through the entirety of the story of Nikke, fans of Stellar Blade, right? Or vice versa, Nikke players to go and actually pick up Stellar Blade to experience that story, to hopefully be able to uncover more facts or more similarities about Goddess of Victory Nikke within that, right? It could have left a lot of room up to theory crafting and everything too between both titles, and maybe I'm getting ahead of myself and thinking that there may not be, like, follow-up collaborations in the future, because, you know, obviously they are working on a sequel to Stellar Blade, and then maybe that might be a little more directly connected to Goddess Victory Nikke, right? Possibly. We'll have to see. Again, I know I'm speaking a little bit out of line or a little bit out of context in terms of saying that these are not directly connected, but overall, for what it is in terms of a collaboration, I would personally put this one above the Nier collaboration, which is also being rerun in the near future, next month, I believe. And then I would put the Nier Automata one at, like, my second favorite, and then followed by, like, I don't know, I would say, like, Chainsaw Man, and then everything else just kind of, like, mishmashes in there together, right? Like, ReZero's probably my least favorite one, and then the second Eva collab was better than the first Eva collab, but I just wish that there was something that was a little bit more, like I said, directly tied into the world of Nikke, something that was possibly not the effect of the Gatekeeper. But again, that's just me rambling a bit. Let me know your own thoughts down in the comments below. I want to discuss these things because, again, you know, Nikke and Stellar Blade are two very important titles to me, very, very important titles. And I'm just going to take the opportunity to thank the team for reaching out to me to be a potential creator for Nikke, which is crazy. Shift Up, I think, has been doing a stellar job at creating very good properties that I look forward to playing and things that I really enjoy. And it's kind of crazy to think that, like, you know, someone my size as a creator on the on this platform on YouTube was actually like considered for making content for these games. And it's been an honor. And honestly, I can't even believe that they literally referenced my province in Stellar Blade with its own can. Which is freaking crazy, man. I was not expecting to see that, right? But at the same time, it's really wild. And I really can't wait to see what else is to come in the future for Goddess Victor Nikke, Stellar Blade, and whatever else Shift Up is going to be coming out with, like, obviously Project Spirits and all that stuff. Really looking forward to all of it. But I will say again, just getting back into, like, my overall thoughts of this collaboration, I love the minigame. I think it's fantastic. I do feel like it is a little bit clunky. It could be a little more fluid, but I know that obviously they do have to take into consideration mobile devices being able to utilize, like, the commands and everything for the minigame. I get that. The challenge mode, it's the same as every other challenge mode. It's easy to defeat. Well, for me, I guess. It's not much of a challenge. Login stamps and login rewards, they're good. Lily, not really the most useful character in my opinion, but I mean, it's cool that she's there. I really, really would have liked to see Tacky as a recruitable character. I think she would have been a fantastic choice to have in the roster. Of course, all of the animations and all the different outfits and all the different like designs, the burst animations, literally everything has been true to Stellar Blade, which is incredible. And I love the fact that we got Raven and Eve and all the different outfits, variations, and all that stuff. The cans, being able to pick them up, and the map is freaking awesome. And being able to do, like, all of the, like, key codes and everything. Both of the event passes are freaking fantastic. Like, they really did knock this one out of the park. I think it's a home run. I do love, again, everything that we've gotten with this collaboration. If I had to give it a rating, I would say, for me personally, it's a 9 out of 10. It could have been one more point better, but maybe that's just me being a little bit too fussy, right? At the same time, these are the first two characters that I've just straight out been like, yeah, core 7, I don't even care. But let me know if you guys had any luck on your pulls, and if you guys were able to recruit both of these characters. Let me know your own thoughts on the characters, the event, the mini game, literally everything. I just want to talk about this more because, again, it's just a celebration of two of my favorite titles that have been released recently, and dude, I gotta give it up to the team. They did a great job for what they had to work with. That's just me nitpicking. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this one. If you watched this far, thank you very much. I really appreciate you. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Also, please consider subscribing to the channel for more Goddess of Victor Nikke content and Stellar Blade content. Look forward to the Stellar Blade side of things in a stream in the near future. It will be live on the channel, I promise you. We're gonna do the Nikke DLC, okay? Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Peace.